right, welcome back to the Binge Boys podcast. This week we're here to talk about Avatar The Last Airbender Book 3 Fire. But before we get to that, we must introduce ourselves with you this week. I am Enrique.
What's going on? I'm Eli.
And I'm Tristan.
And we are what you would call the Binge Boys. Boys, we watched Avatar The Last Airbender Book 3. This week we're not doing What You're Watching because we're doing a back-to-back Avatar-related Binge Boys full episode. Usually we have 2 weeks for us to build up a catalog of what we're watching. We didn't have that this time. So the next time you guys get a Binge Boys podcast, we will give you what we have been watching. But we don't have that for you this week. So apologies. We will not be doing a spoiler free because if you're here for the Book 3 review, I hope that you've seen Book 1 and 2, and I hope that you've seen Book 3 because there's literally no point to watch a review for Book 3 for a show you haven't watched at all. Well, that's about it. Guys, we watched Avatar Last Airbender Book 3. Did you like it?
Oh, man, for sure. I'll say quick shout out before we get into it. We've hit 1,000 views on all platforms excluding YouTube, so we just want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching, and we appreciate everybody.
Big up the fans, man, ting, yeah. We'd also like to thank B&H for the intro beat. We've been using that for a bunch of weeks. I keep forgetting to intro them in the beginning of the episode. I keep doing it at the end, but so that they can get their shine in the first 2 minutes. B&H, if you would like to get beats from them, hit us up. We can put you in contact with them.
For sure. But Avatar, I really, really enjoyed it. Book 2 and Book 3 were just so good for me. Like, I don't know. Just fantastic. The amount of... The emotional roller coaster, bro. Like, I don't know. Obviously, we'll get into it, but man, Book 3 just hits home.
Book 3 is good, yes. I still personally think Book 2 is the best, but this is not to knock on Book 3 at all. Book 3 is absolutely just phenomenal. A lot of good stuff. Love to see it.
We'll argue about this later half of the podcast, but honestly, I just don't see how you can say that Book 2 is better.
I'll say stick around for the end because we'll definitely be arguing this.
Yeah.
After our episode wrap up, we will definitely have some arguments. So stick around for that.
Yes. So to start off with, like I said, fuck spoiler free. If you want spoiler free, just go watch fucking some other scrub. On Nickelodeon, watch the Nickelodeon recap of Avatar books 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 7 and whatever. But the first episode this season starts with Aang after he got hit with that pow pow with that lightning in the back. He died. He back. He got hair.
Man,
you guys like Aang's hair?
Bro, he looks like he has a Klay Thompson fade going on. Like, he's got the Klay Thompson hairline. That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, damn, that is literally Klay Thompson. Like. This man should be playing for the Warriors, not saving the world.
His hair isn't bad. Honestly, I don't mind his hair. It's an interesting change of pace.
He somehow looks younger.
He looks younger with hair.
I don't know how it's possible. But
is there anybody that looks younger when they're bald?
Do you think he looks more feminine?
With hair?
I don't know about feminine.
Without hair. I mean, without hair.
Without hair? No. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Aang is the opposite of manly. Let's be honest, man.
We'll get into that at the end of the season 2, though.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my gosh, I agree though. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so episode 1's really just Aang trying to accept that the world thinks he's fucking dead, which is cool and all. But fuck Aang. He's not really even the main character of the show. My boy Zuko though. Zuko, he's feeling depressed as fuck because he's like, damn man, I finally got everything I want, but I still am not happy. You know what I mean? He's in the Fire Nation. He's kicking it with his homies. He's got his father back. He's like, man, I just don't feel good. And it's like, damn, dude, I feel that.
Bro, within 3 minutes of the episode starting, May is just straight up macking on this man.
Can we talk about how they just kind of fucking threw May to him for no reason?
I know, dude. I was like, wait, what?
There's no setup.
I know.
No fucking plot. It's just
okay. The only setup is from the flashbacks in season 2, where we see that Zuko kind of has, or that May kind of has some interest in Zuko.
Not even. It was just the one where he tackled her.
Yeah, and when they were kids, like I don't know.
Yeah,
there was like
That's a 4-year gap at least.
Yeah.
Yes, but I get it. I get it at least. I understand why you wouldn't, but like I personally get it. I guess
I was just surprised watching it, man. I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. Aang has hair. Okay, cool. Wait, okay, they're a thing, I guess. It's like I didn't see that coming, to be honest. But
when they put so much legwork into Katara Aang, they put so much legwork into Sokka Yue. They put so much legwork into Sakasuki. But Zuko just gets fucked when it comes to romance. Like,
yeah, they're like, oh, you're depressed. You get the depressed chick.
It goes back to my theory of that they wrote book 3 with the exception of the expectation of Zuko being with Katara at the end, and I have proof. So it's not just.
I'm so excited to hear this.
I actually
yeah, I'm excited as well.
As we go through the episodes, I'll show you each bit of proof and break it down for you.
I say I know a few, but all right, man. I'm excited.
I get what you're saying.
I got like 7.
Oh, okay, I'll say I got like 3 or 4, but damn, all right.
Yo, episode 1, low-key, not even that heat.
It was good though, because you need that to set up the rest of what's going down.
No, it's good. It's good storyline. It's good storyline. Like it does a good job with that.
And like Katara coming to terms with her dad too.
It's just slightly random, but
yeah, it's just kind of all over the place though. Like it's not a great episode. It just does what it needs to do. Like it sets everything up.
I think it's
the thing about setting up.
Because this is one of the only times you see him upset.
Right.
Who? Aang?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was being ignorant again.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And most of the times that we're going to see Aang get upset during this season is literally because he's trying to he's just being ignorant, and that's why he's getting upset, is because they won't let him be ignorant.
Looking at you, Sozin's comment episode.
Bro, in this, I don't know, in this episode, though, you get the Zuko and his dad thing. Like, I finally accepted you, Avatar's dead. Like, you get, like, some of, like, I don't know.
Parallel number 1. Katara reconciles with her father this episode, while Zuko tries to reconcile with his father, but he can't. That's just one.
Yeah.
Other parallel. I believe it was in this episode that Aang mentions his honor because everyone thinks he's dead and he failed, so he's like, "Oh, my honor."
Yup. Now he's.
Meanwhile, it's like Zuko's got his honor back, kinda.
Sucker. But yeah, so then that episode, like I said, it's a good opening for book 3, especially with how book 2 ended. You need to know why Aang's alive. You need to know what's his goal now, and you need to know the plan, right? Plan's still for him to try to learn firebending, but he really can't.
Oh, for sure.
And it's all now on the day of Black Sun, which is like, you know, the what's that shit called? Eclipse.
Yes.
Yeah. See, the thing is, with the parallel thing, maybe they're not meant for each other. Maybe they're brother and sister.
Shut the fuck up. That's the stupidest piece of analysis I've ever heard.
Yo,
just the shittiest piece of analysis. All right, moving on. Headband.
Yo, okay, actually, real fast. I was just looking at the rest of these episodes, and I was about to say that this one, excluding the finale episodes, is probably like a top 3 episode. And then I looked at some of the other episodes, and I went, there's just some really good episodes in this season.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, top to bottom, it's the best season.
We'll still argue, but yes. Okay, so this one isn't necessarily one of the best, but this is one of my favorite ones of this season.
The headband?
Yes.
Really?
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
It's funny.
It's just a Footloose parody.
I mean, yeah, but it's entered. Like, I don't know. There's the crucial bit where we get the Fire Nation disguises for the whole gang.
I thought that was in the first
So that's a little bit important.
Oh, no, it's the second.
No.
Yeah.
This is where they steal the clothes from the poor people's from the people's clothesline, and then Aang ends up in school randomly, and he has to try not to blow his cover as the Avatar you know? She's like, unless you were there 100 years ago. And he's like, well, actually.
Yeah, facts.
Hold on. You know? but the best part of the whole episode is Sokka's dad disguise.
The beard.
Wang Fire. Yes. Said, and this is my wife, Sapphire.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid. But it's good. And the fact that Wang Fire comes back later in the season is even better.
I don't know.
The best thing for this episode for me was the guy who was hitting the freeform dance in there. He was killing it. When he started feeling it, he started hitting the wave on it. And then right after that, I didn't realize it, but Avatar invented Millie rocking. Did you guys catch that?
I did not.
I know what you're talking about.
Around a little bit before the 20-minute mark in the episode on Netflix. The big dude starts fucking Millie Rock. He's like, all right. He starts feeling the beat. He's like, okay, I'm Millie Rock. He starts Millie rocking on the whole block, and then like, you know,
he was. I know what you're talking about.
Teachers. And the headband, not the headband, but this episode was a good episode. It just wasn't as good as the other ones to me personally.
Nah, I agree.
I know what you're saying. That's why I realized that like it's not the best episode. I just enjoy this one.
Oh my god, you're right about the Millie rocking thing.
Yep. I think pound for pound,
that's hella funny.
It might be the second or third worst episode of the season.
That's saying something to me personally. I only took a good episode.
I only took a couple of things away from this episode. The first one being, what I wrote down was, yo, Zuko and May are straight dirty macking now. Because I think they were just getting on it, dude. And I was like, all right, dude, you do your thing. Second note being, grown man tears being shed from prison scene with Iroh. Because this is the first time you see him in prison, and Zuko's just torching this man, and you're just like, your heart is just ripped out. Like,
he doesn't say a word.
Yeah, it's just not okay, man.
This of course has a lot of grown man tears.
Also, what sucks, speaking of Iroh, man, is that the voice actor Iroh died.
R.I.P. Mako.
Yeah,
so I mean that's why he didn't talk as much in this season. I am almost 100% confident.
Yeah, it sucks to see because like I really like the voice actor. I wrote the first two seasons first two books. So
the guy they brought in did a good enough job.
Oh, yeah,
my bad,
but you just can't replace
/ Greg. I think it's either Glenn or Greg. It's one of those two.
I think it's Greg.
I think it's Greg as well.
I mean, you just can't replace Mako.
Oh, it's facts. Mako is
He's already an iconic actor himself too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But yeah, that's kind of what I took away from that episode. Not your stupid dancing, Tristan.
Look, it's an entertaining episode. Okay,
all right, man.
It's just entertainment. Okay.
Right. If I wanted this, I'd watch Footloose.
Look, whatever. But then there's the next episode, which is a straight heater.
Yeah, it's facts.
This one's good. This one is a top 3 episode in the season.
It was definitely good. I don't know about top 3, but it's definitely good.
All right, I'm excluding the finale because the finale is technically 4 different episodes.
Yeah,
and each one of those is good.
You said this is top 3?
Outside of the finale, the Painted Lady is top 3.
Outside of the finale.
Outside of the finale, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Finale, because I mean, like Netflix grouped the finale all up as one, which makes sense, even though it's technically 4 episodes. But I don't know. It's a really
makes
good
sense.
one.
It is a good episode.
The other 2 that I would put in the top 3, no particular order per se, that we will get to later, are the Puppet Master and Firebending Masters.
Okay, you're cucking some other episodes.
Okay, we'll see. We'll get to it, man. We'll get to it.
But okay, so this episode I like a lot because we get to see Katara being like the fucking lovely person she is, and just instead of being like, you know, the high-strung angry person, she's just being fucking goated and helping the little kid. Bro, when that little kid came up to Katara after they bought the fish, she's like, "Can you spare food?" And you're like, "Oh!" And then they gives her the food. Gives the kid the food, and the kid goes, takes it to the mom, and gives it to the mom. You're like, oh, the kid didn't even want it for himself. He wants for his mom.
Like, selfless acts, bro. Like, the people that have the least give the most.
And then Katara just goes ham that episode. It's like, fuck it. I'm healing everyone. I'm blowing shit up, cleaning the lake. What do you need me to do? I got you.
Bro, she did
Sokka was on some bullshit, though, this episode.
Hey,
you have to go.
No. You know who else was Aang. Aang was like, I have to find out who this painted lady is. He's just being nosy.
Yeah,
like, for real, bro. Like, give it a break, dude. You don't have to know every spirit there is, you stupid head.
Yeah, I'm a friend. Nah.
Shut up.
Bro, another stupid character is the actual painted lady. She ain't doing nothing to help.
Yeah, she showed up at the end.
Yeah, she's like, oh, thanks. I would have got to it in a few years, but
See,
maybe.
I really like the beginning of this season because it humanizes the Fire Nation. Like, they're not all just fucking murderers and conquerors. They still have poverty. They're still getting fucked over by the Fire Nation themselves. And the only people who are really evil is the military. But even then, they're just doing orders from Ozai and his regime.
Yep. No, that's facts.
So it's like, I thought that was good for the Avatar characters to learn, like, hey, these are people too, son.
No, it's totally true, because, like, you see yourself watching and you're like, you know what? I don't hate the Fire Nation.
Nope.
You hate Ozai.
Yeah, exactly.
Ozai's a punk-ass bitch, especially with some of the flashbacks later.
True.
Bro, facts.
One of the best parts of this episode is Doc and Shu.
Oh my god.
Doc and Shu. Great characters. In the whole show, this episode, Doc and Shu are the goats.
Bottom 5.
Incorrect.
Bottom 5.
Aang really hit him with, but I just watched you change hats. He's like, you know who likes to do that? My brother Doc. And then they hit him with the good animation. The randomness that they do for that is enjoyable. That's one of the reasons I like anime's style. Animation, just when they do some of those random like faces and stuff.
Yeah,
it's just crazy
comedic to me.
Say this one's a top 3 when it doesn't even include Zuko.
Facts.
Just saying, man.
Next episode might be top 3 though.
Oh, facts. That one, 100%.
This is a good episode. It's a good episode.
Sokka's master goes dummy fucking hard.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Master Pian Dao, love it.
Dude, that guy's a freaking animal, dude. I'm not even gonna.
He's a beast.
The man was so tired of all these fucking rich kids, all these fucking trained warriors coming in and be like, I'm the best of my village. I want to get trained by you so I can become even better. Sokka just comes in there like, I don't know shit. I want to learn something, though. I want to start from the basics. And the dude's like, I got you. Dope.
Oh, that's facts, man.
Knew he was from the Water Tribe the whole time.
Just, yeah. I don't know. I really like that episode. It gave Sokka some character development, too.
Yes, it did.
He needed it. Like, power-wise, he also needed the power boost. Because the whole show, he's been lacking behind everyone pretty bad. And learning this and getting the meteorite sword was so fucking good. Because he actually came out, he's like, I'm actually a top-tier character now. Like, if you combine his strategy now, and his leadership abilities with his swordplay now, he's legit one of the strongest characters pound for pound.
Exactly. Yes.
He may be lacking in just pure raw ability as like some of the other guys, but out of the non-benders, he's a savage.
I said tactically, 100%. He's the smartest character.
Easily. He even outranks his dad and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
True. Yeah.
That's it. One other note I made about this episode is Iroh is Gandalf confirmed. Because this man's just working out in his prison cell, getting ripped, getting ready to escape.
Iroh's doing them fucking clap push-ups.
Dude.
Bro, but when the prison guard came in and he was just sitting there, he was like... just like randomly clapping. He was like, I'm a crackhead. The dude was just like, crackhead.
This man goes, fat old man, and then takes off his shirt, and this man's just freaking ripped.
He didn't even know it.
Yeah,
dude.
It was just like, Jesus Christ. Now we go from,
Wait.
What?
One last thing from this episode. At the end, when Master Pian Dao is like, well, yeah, I kind of knew you were from the Water Tribe. He's like, nobody in the Fire Nation is named Sokka. He's like, pick a Fire Nation name. He said, how about Lee? Everybody's named Lee. You know what I mean? Look at Zuko's look at Zuko's name from season 2 when they went to Ba Sing Se. He was Lee Jr.
Yep. Also, I think Sparky Boom Man, aka Combustion Man, was last episode, but he's running around town now. He's gonna show up soon.
Dude.
He comes.
But no, like he was in episode 2, but he's gonna show up till later. I know. I'm saying that Zuko hired him already.
Yeah, okay, he got hired. Yeah, that's what it was. But we don't know who he is yet, technically, until this next episode.
Still, Sparky Boom Man might be the best name I've ever heard for a villain.
Fine.
Is it not, dude? It's the best name ever.
It's accurate.
I'm serious. It is. And they had to go and change it, but whatever.
Combustion Man. That's just generic.
Yeah, facts. What is he, a Pokemon? Combustion?
Yo, rumors that or maybe it wasn't rumors, but idea from some, I don't remember where I heard this, it might have been one of you guys earlier this week, that Dave Bautista plays Sparky Boom Man in the live action show they're gonna do on Netflix.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
That would actually be, I think that definitely should. Great casting right there. That would make a lot of sense.
Oh yeah.
It depends how much money they have.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, it's Netflix, dude.
If it's Batista or special effects, I want the special effects.
Right.
I mean, there's one person you can't have Sparky Boom Man be. And that's Kamaru Usman, because then he just foot stomp everybody.
Dude, Usman and Sparky Boom Man might be fired.
Sparky Foot Man.
Yeah, he just shoots the sparks from his feet. The feet go boom boom.
Feet go poo poo. Dude, him and Toph would get along great.
True.
Just saying. Dude, Toph might be Kamaru Usman confirmed.
They
Stick around later for
because he would stomp on Toph's feet. Toph's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm gonna blind you.
Yeah.
Starts foot stomping her.
We get into
this next episode is good.
The nastiest episode of the season.
Bro, oh my god.
This one's wild, dude.
Tell me why, on the boat there, why were the old ladies throwing ass back in the day?
Dude, I know. Dude, I literally wrote, yo, when the old ladies wanted to hit the beach, I died a little inside when they took off their clothes and they started. Dude, I literally, I had a few cells in my body just disintegrate.
Yo, Tyree was like, oh, who are these two young, beautiful women? And they were like, can't you tell? I was like, oh. I was like, please, no.
Bro, this episode's so good. Except for the old ladies.
Fucks everywhere. Like those two dudes that pulled up on Tylee, like, my lady, may I have a crumb of the pussy?
Bro.
Bro. Tyree was playing these dudes left and right the whole episode.
He was trying to beat them away with a stick.
Bro, tell me why Zuko gaslighted May so hard though, because of that dude at the party. He started hitting on May, and Zuko goes, "Oh, he thinks he's so great. You like him, don't you?"
Oh yeah,
because he was hyping himself up, and May's like, "No, I don't." He's like, "Yeah, why don't you go get along with him?"
Look,
I'm like,
I got notes for this episode for days. It kind of passed up like 6 of my shit. Like, bro, when Zuko ripped off his robe and for the beach volleyball, and he
man,
he started glistening in the sun, and the bitches were like, "Oh my god, Zuko!" Even I was like, "Damn, Zuko, what's
up?" I got a bedroom with just me in it. I mean, Zuko, if you
he was looking good, and then they caused a nuke off of volleyball.
Oh, facts.
Azula kicked that shit so hard,
bro.
Because
I was just gonna say she don't know her own. Well, I mean, she does know her own power, but she don't know when to stop, bro.
No, exactly.
She was ready to kill that bitch with a knee
going
brace.
Off that. Yeah, dude. My note was that Azula thinks of everything as like fighting in war. She's all out here strategy. She's like, she's like, she has a weakness here. We need to exploit it. I'm like, geez, dude, it's volleyball on the beach.
I mean, that's what she's been raised on, though. Her dad's the Fire Lord.
Compartmentalize, you know.
Her dad's the Fire Lord, and she's been under him for the last however old she is, 15, 14, whatever. Okay, that's not even. You can't be doing that to me. Anyway.
Oh, I can't do it to you, huh?
It really. it really seemed like honestly, I would love to see Azula and Sokka go pound for pound in a strategy battle, because those are like the two most strategic people in the show, except for like Iroh. But Iroh's different.
Yeah. Well, Azula just knows how. I feel like Azula does more manipulative stuff, where Sokka like completely plans things out.
But she planned shit out too because she played the Dai Li in season 2.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah.
I mean, with this book, they had to nerf Iroh a little bit in the newest patch.
Oh, they
had to make sure.
They had to nerf him because he got a new. They had to nerf him because he got a new voice actor. Is what it is.
Yeah,
facts.
They buffed him towards the end of the season.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Like nerf buff.
It was funny though at the party when Azula's like trying to talk to the boy, and then they kiss just randomly, like, okay, cool, whatever. And then she's like, "We could be the greatest couple in the entire Fire Nation. We could rule the world."
You talking about how Azula's giving it up after 2 minutes?
Yes,
dude, she's kind of desperate, bro.
She talked to that man for like 2 minutes, and she was like, "Take the ass." I'm like, "Whoa!"
She's like, "Birth my children,"
and she blew it, bro. She was like, "We could rule the world."
She was like, "Take
huh?"
I'm just like, come on. Damn. Speaking of getting taken, Ty Lee was getting cornered, and like 5 dudes were about to hashtag Black Rawed her. Like it was looking awful at one point when she was backed up in that corner with 5 dudes just pushing her in the corner. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Yo, she hit him with the business right there, though.
I was like, what the fuck? And then, she pressure pointed the fuck out of them. She said, bop, 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 bop.
It's a good night. That was a good move. That was good stuff.
Also, I fucking hate Mei and Zuko's dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fucking lame. Just them being angsty teens together. Do you want like a food or something? No. Oh, do you want a drink? I know there's a good drink. No. Do you want to like breathe? No. Man, fuck. What do you want to do?
They're the goth teens that sat in the hallway and just, we're too good for this.
But Zuko wants to be a normal guy, but she doesn't want to be a normal girl.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Mei is hard to deal with sometimes, even though she's low-key a good character.
That's why, that's why he went off on her. He's trying to get that breakup.
True. At the end, when they all just like went off on each other,
man,
that was nuts.
I'm telling you, yeah, dude, that beach, like the old lady said, or the old ladies said, character development.
Bro, you know what was fire? Hold on, I got 2 things real quick.
I got a quote too. I'm sure you'll say it, but
it's not a quote. It's just like a moment. That happened. So I was really saying, like, I was like, damn, Zuko really needs to tell Mei how it was telling Mei how it is when she kept trying to flirt with that dude after he was just
yeah.
And she was like, why you have to be like that? And he's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Then he got all mad. He left. But when they were on the beach at the fire pit or whatever, and he was like, bro, yes, Mei. He's like. He was like, "Are you cold?" And Mei was like, "No." But then Tylee goes, "I'm freezing." I'm like, Tylee, you want to stop trying to get a piece of Zuko. She said, "I'm freezing."
Bro, that's when Mei leveled Tylee. She's just like, yeah, you always need the attention. I guess that's why you need 10 boyfriends. Like, oh shit,
they were roasting out there,
dude. They were just roasting each other.
Oh wait, Eli, what's your quote?
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, when she's just like, I guess that's why you need 10 boyfriends. You always want the attention on you.
No, okay, Loki. The one that I took away is when Azula was like, even my own mother, she thought I was a monster. And she goes, she was right, of course, but it still hurt. I was like, come on.
Dude, facts.
You want to know some nasty shit Zuko did this episode? At that same moment? I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So then, Mei's getting roasted by Azula, you know what I mean? For, psychoanalyzing her. And she's like, how about you leave me alone, Azula? And then fucking Zuko says, I like when you express yourself. Zuko, what the fuck? What was that? I'm like, bro, she's got her brain picked apart by Azula, and you're like, damn, you're kind of hot right now.
He's just contemplating his brain. He's like, do I give it up? Do I not?
I'm like, damn, Zuko, relax. Relax, Zuko.
She just starts. He's like, more words, keep talking.
Also, May afterwards is like, it doesn't excuse the way you've been acting. Your childhood doesn't excuse the way you've been acting. And I'm like, bitch, I've been exiled for 3 years. I was 13 years old, and my father banished me from my home country to go chase a motherfucker who didn't exist until like 6 months ago. What Facts. The fuck? Do you mean that doesn't give me an excuse to be an asshole?
Right. No one cares that you're being abused, Harry.
Like, it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Oh, and then we get the hardest quote at the end. When it's like, they're all like, what are you mad at, Zuko? Who are you mad at? Uncle? Me? Dad? Who are you mad at, Zuko? He's like, I'm mad at myself! I'm just like, damn.
Facts.
Fuck.
It do be like that sometimes, though.
It's like, fuck, Zuko. I just want to see you succeed.
Facts. You're a growing boy.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, and then after that, we get another fire episode.
This one is good too, yes.
This one's so good.
Lord. Roku might be my favorite Avatar.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Better than Aang to me, at least.
Roku's
for sure. What are you,
Kyoshi gang?
Yeah,
Dude, of course, bro.
Oh my god. Of course you're part of Kyoshi.
Kyoshi, of course, bro.
Oh my god, Kyoshi. It's just because she's a woman.
What? No, it's because she's dope, dude.
Like how?
What do you mean? She was just hard, bro. She just did not care.
When?
She's just like, When Chin the Conqueror, she was just like, all right, you're going to be an idiot. Bow! She said, Kyoshi Island. And then the dude
when
died.
He accidentally fell?
Hey, man. That was, because, I mean, we get to it at the end in the Sozin's Comment episodes. We see some more from her.
Yeah, when Chin accidentally fell, she didn't kill shit.
Hey, but she said, I don't see any difference.
Yeah,
she didn't care, man. She was just taking she was taking heads left and right, and she didn't care.
She did not directly jet that man.
Retired, bro.
She didn't
just retired.
I don't understand how you can say she's better than
Roku.
I just don't get it, man.
Roku was a fucking G.
Roku caused the start of the war, basically.
Oh my god, because his blood brother, bro, basically his best friend, his brother, basically, his brother betrayed him, and that's his fault.
Right.
He could have done more to stop it.
Did they name a TV after Kyoshi?
Holy shit.
That's what I thought. Roku, sponsor us.
Oh my god.
Alright, anyway.
Yo, but this is super cool learning about the backstory of like Roku and Sozin. That was like, yeah, that was dope.
I love how like Iroh like leads Zuko on that path though.
Yeah. Bro,
Yo,
Susan's a bitch. I'm telling you.
Which Susan?
Susan.
I ain't gonna call him Sozin. It's Susan.
Oh, Susan.
Bro, she said, "Can I speak to your manager, Susan?"
Dude, I can't believe he switched up on his homie like that. Raid, volcano popping off on your best friend. He goes over there and it's like, "Oh yeah, I'll help you." Nope, dead bitch. And then he kills the whole fire. He kills the whole air tribe. It's like, whoa. They didn't do anything.
Whoa.
Messed up, man. Messed up.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty rough.
That episode's just great, though. Just to seeing Roku being cool and shit. Like when he was doing the earthbending races. And all that shit. It was dope.
When the volcano's coming down on Roku and his dragon curled up on him to like try to protect him but also die with him, like that hit me, bro. Not even gonna lie.
Yup. Hey, but
I was like, man.
Finding out that Roku was Zuko's other great grandfather.
I know.
Ow! You said parallels, Reek?
Yep.
What's
Zuko
up?
Directly related to the Avatar.
Boom!
That's wild.
Crap.
It makes sense though, because think about it. This whole time, he's been chasing his family to try to get back into his family, and he was literally chasing his family. I just gotta tell you. That's how it is what it is.
It is.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Roku's a great episode. And then we move on to... This is the one I said is the worst episode by default.
I agree.
Really?
By default.
I agree.
It's not a
I was
bad
gonna say
episode
that.
at all. But it's just by default, it's the worst episode of the season.
Because nothing happens in it?
Exactly.
I would honestly say the next episode, or not the next episode. Definitely not the next episode. I would say Nightmares and Daydreams is the worst episode, but that's okay.
Bro, I don't know. It's just kind of her going around stealing stuff the whole episode and calling Katara a mom.
But here's where we get Sparky Boom Man some more, which automatically makes this episode better. Okay.
You're not wrong, but like, The Runaway to me is a fantastic episode because you get more Toph, you get Toph doing her cool shit with the bending, and you also get Katara trying to show that she's a kid and trying to not be so uptight and motherly. Because the whole series we see Katara have to be that mother figure because that's what she had to be for Sokka back in the the Water Tribe. So like for a character wise, this episode's really really cool because like we see like Katara starting to grow. Toph's like she's like she learned Toph's like I really did want a parent in my life, but my mom just couldn't do it for me, and it was tough. Her dad, they just didn't want to parent her; they just wanted to protect her. And she's like, but that's not, that's not me living my life. I'm just getting held inside. It sucks dick.
This is true.
So it was nice to see that.
Yeah, I mean, we get the introduction of Hockey, who's not actually important, but I mean, that was entertaining.
Hockey died faster than Jet did.
Hockey didn't even die, homie.
He doesn't exist anymore.
All right, but at the start of the episode when Aang is doing training and Sokka comes up, he says, "Sneak attack!" And Aang hit him with, he said, "Sokka, sneak attacks don't work if you yell it out loud."
You announce it before you do it.
Zuko proved that shit later. He's gonna pull up. Just pull up on him.
Oh, that's good. And then, Sparky Boom Man. They made a couple more. They just made more blind jokes with the whole Toph thing, doing her finessing.
We also got Katara being more creative with using the sweat from her brow to fucking chop up the wood.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I was thinking of that too. I made a note of that.
Yeah, I'll talk more about bending and stuff in the next episode because we see a new technique, but bending gets pretty cool. The longer the shows go, the cooler stuff bending happens. Wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was also the part where Hockey and Momo and Appa, everybody's at camp, and they're leaving, and they go, Appa's in charge. And then, like, Hockey and Momo start fighting, and then Appa just roars at him, and they both just kind of like, oh, okay. I found that entertaining.
And Sparky Boom Boom.
Sparky Boom Man is just great.
He just comes in there, he's just talking about that. He's just like, doesn't say shit, just comes there all business, just like, I'm gonna blow shit up. Just that's it.
Bro, imagine your superpower being that good head. Sorry.
How long have you had that?
It already is.
How long have you had that? Written down?
How long? I just got off the dome, dude. I did not write that down. Trust me. You could probably.
The good dome?
Oh, all right, bro.
All right. Christ.
It's the same man shooting laser beams from his head. Like he's freaking what? Oh man, I forgot the freaking
Cyclops.
No, the dude from the MCU.
Oh,
wow.
Vision.
Vision. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's actually Vision. Vision is Sparky Boom Man.
True, actually. True. So then we go to bloodbending.
Dude, the Puppet Master is
is that shit fucking creepy to this day.
It's either one or two, dude.
Bro, I thought I was watching a Supernatural episode.
It's fucking spooky, man.
Dude, she really pulled the
Halloween episode.
She pulled the demon control shit.
Yeah.
She really did. Shit. She's like, "Oh, I have your body now."
It's like, oh,
dude, she put the change of heart card.
And she did that shit like
facts.
She did that shit like a lot. Like it wasn't just once. And she's been doing this shit for like months. Cause she had like
bro, you see how many people she had?
Yeah, she had like 20, 30 people down there. It was
She
nuts.
was just piling them things up.
Gang.
It was also showing like that episode was good for the creativity of bending, right? It shows that like there's more to bending than just your initial element. There's other shit that you can do, the compartmentalized versions of your element. Like we saw Toph learning how to metal bend because metal is just an extension of the earth ore, right? It's just refined. Mm-hmm. That was sick, her learning how to do that. Now we have Katara learning from fucking, what was her name? Kie? Or what was it? Hama. Learning from Hama how to use plants to her advantage, how to use blood bending, how to use like a bunch of different shit now. So now she's learning how, like, if shit gets really, really bad, she knows how to use plants now. She knows how to, you know, blood bend, all that kind of shit.
So, okay, real fast. To turn this into some introspection and analyzation. So you know how Hama showed her that you could like just pull the water out of trees and flowers and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So you use that, and then you can also blood bend, right? Because the body is made up of water, and so is blood.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, what she did to, like, what she showed Katara how to do to the trees and the flowers and everything, where you just pull the water out. I'm wondering, could you not just do that to other humans?
I think the skin barrier stops it. That's my.
You think so?
I think you can't pull it out of them because of the skin. But don't quote me on that.
Maybe, yeah.
I also don't think
that's what I'm wondering. Yeah, like that's a big question.
I don't think they want to get that fucking graphic in a kid show.
Right.
No, they definitely
because
don't.
In reality, it'd be pretty fucking sick to watch someone yank the tears out of your tear ducts.
I mean, that's the thing though. She was already sweat bending, you know?
Yeah, so like why can't you just pull it out of your tear ducts? Like,
yeah, tear ducts, or make, you know, the other person sweat to death. Like, you know, like just pull out water from the pores and just make everybody sweat to death. Like I like you said, I think they like you said, I think they could, but it's a kid show.
Dried apples, head ass.
I mean, the blood bending in general, like this episode is creepy enough as it is. I think this is about as far as you can really push the boundaries.
That's what I think too.
For what is considered a kid show, because like even when I was first watching this, I was probably at least between 10 and 12. That's creepy then, okay? That's still creepy now watching that. Like that episode still creeps me out. Like it's just, it's so weird to watch that stuff. It's so dark.
It's bad, bro.
Yeah.
It's creepy as shit. Like blood bending, just like not having control over your body is just weird.
Well, like the story of her like doing that to get out of prison, and you're like, okay, it's a necessary evil, but then you go, that's crazy. The dark places people will go.
Yeah.
Facts.
Shit, the dark places the Fire Nation would go. They were dragging motherfuckers out of their homes. They're coming here if you like it or not. Which also makes it differ. What happened to those waterbenders? They just kill them after a while?
Bro, I don't know, man. I feel like there's a bigger message with the bloodbending thing, though. Like, you think she's from the water tribe, right? Water's blue. She's twisting blood, right? Crips are blue, twisting the bloods. Oh my God. It's just gang wars. This episode.
Sure. Whoa.
Gang wars.
I could have swore Avatar was or Aang was throwing up gang signs in the back.
The nations are just gangs if you think about it.
That's true.
Green gang, blue gang, red gang, yellow gang.
Dude, Toph was holding up West Side W with her feet. True. I'm telling you. She was just twisting the fingers.
Yep. So that episode was good. And then we get on to another episode that, honestly, there's like two moments that saved this fucking episode.
Actually, yeah. There was, I agree with you.
Literally two.
Yep.
Explain? Okay.
Wait. Are we still on the Puppet Master, or did you just move on to the next one? Okay. Yeah, there's like one or two moments that saved this episode. This is why I said this episode is the worst. This episode is just so weird, stupid, and like unnecessary.
Like, it got so serious with Puppet Master, and I feel like they had to tone it back down after that shit. Like, they're like, okay, we went too hard. We got to calm down. And then that's
why they gave Aang the nappy hair.
Yeah, and then they ramped it back up with Day of Black Sun. I'm like, damn. But the one moment I have is when fucking Aang thinks he's talking to Katara. He's He grabs her, he's like, baby, you're my forever girl.
That's so stupid, bro.
I was like, holy shit.
It's a good thing he was dreaming, man. It's a good thing.
Wow.
Oh, cringy, dude. Oh, that makes me want to just shrivel into a ball.
Bro, Tristan, that's something you would say. Come on now.
No, it is not.
Holy shit.
If you ever hear about me saying that, please feel free to come kick me in the throat.
Don't put that even.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just playing, man.
Come on, man.
Bro,
I
come
wouldn't
on.
have even said that when I was 12.
Dude, I know.
And
Or when I
then
was
the next
bald.
the best moment of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Yes, I think we're all
Appa
in
and
agreement.
Momo.
Yo,
Samurai
you have,
fight.
Yes.
dude, that was the best fight scene of the entire show.
It might be because boy was I hyped when you see Appa's talking that shit. He's like I'm fucking sick of you, Momo. And Momo's like,
Bro.
oh yeah, bring it on, big fuck. I was like, oh,
Dude, I felt like it was like Looney Tune like cartoons.
it was just awesome.
Oh,
Dude, I just liked when he was going down the line. Katara's like, you gotta be better. And Saku's like, are you okay, dude? And Appa goes, you've got to take better care of yourself. Dude, I was laughing so hard when Appa started freaking talking, dude.
he's got the super deep voice.
Yeah,
and
it's like,
then
you've
Momo's
got
like,
to take... Yeah, you gotta take better
Mama's
care
like,
of
what are
yourself.
you doing, man? He's like, fix yourself. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Appa's just, I'm here for you, dude. You've got to take better care of yourself. Why is he so sophisticated, though?
You know,
Right?
Appa would be smart as shit. Let's be honest.
I mean, facts, yeah.
Oh, my
And then he goes, I'm sick of your shit, Momo.
They just started brawling, bro. Aang's like, you don't
like-
see this right here.
I'll show you how to fly, you little lemur bitch.
Oh man, dude. It's an amazing episode.
It's an amazing scene. The episode sucks.
Because of that scene, it's an amazing episode by default.
Oh
I
my
agree with
God.
Reek. Yeah, I agree with Reek.
But I mean,
It's not.
outside of that, there's nothing else you need to know about that episode.
I agree. The
That's
whole
true,
time
yeah,
I'm like,
it's literally pointless.
I was like, Aang's a schizo. He needs some help. Like, get him a therapist.
Yeah.
It's just them somehow arriving 4 days early.
Yep. And then we get to the next episode, which is Day of Black Sun.
Which is if not the best, one of the best episodes.
I know why it is for you.
Well, let me just get this out of the way right now. All right. Haru is back. I think I'm in love, and he's got a Shifu mustache.
Haru
Okay,
came back with that
we're good.
business. Like,
Bro,
he said, I heard you needed me.
bro,
Bro, in just a couple months, he grew that out too.
Beast. Puberty.
dude,
He's got to be, what, 14, 15?
bro,
16, 17
he-
at least.
he really
He's
said,
that old?
bro,
Fuck yes, he's older than Katara.
I don't
Dude.
know that, but Katara's only like 13.
he's a bad boy, bro.
Stop.
Let me tell you, dude. He really said, when Eli needed me most, I disappeared.
20 episodes passed. And
Bro.
Eli rediscovered Haru. He's got a lot to learn, but I hope he can become the main character.
Haru, he's back.
They got the Duke and Pipsqueak back too. That's what's
Bro.
up.
Pretty much everyone.
You're missing the boulder, dude.
the boulder!
The boulder is back. The boulder feels like he's back in the show.
The boulder has to realize that he needs to help and not hurt people.
Dude, my whole quote from dude, my entire quote from this. I have more notes about this episode was, "Yo son, Haru is back. I think I'm going to fall in love. He's got a Shifu mustache gimmick." Bro, the boulder is back too. This episode could not be better.
Oh, and we haven't got to the fun parts yet.
I know. That's what I'm saying, dude. I still have like 10 notes left.
We got
Yo,
Iroh.
the scene,
Bro, Iroh told the chick, he's like, hey, don't come to school this day.
He's like, I'm shooting this place up.
He's like,
he said-
everyone's getting
he
fucked
said,
up.
he said, you don't look very good. She was like, I'm fine. He said, no, you look terrible. You should go home.
He's like, I'm fucking shit
She
up.
said, oh.
That lady was
Dude,
voiced by
yeah.
Serena Williams, by the way.
Nuh-uh.
Really?
Yeah,
Serena Williams?
yeah.
I was wondering why I sounded like a man.
Yo.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna fucking cut
Wow.
that. Like, I'm actually gonna have to fucking cut that. Like, I'm just gonna
man.
bleep it. Like, holy shit. We're gonna get canceled.
I get him.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. We here at the Big Boys are not represented wholly by Eli.
The comments of Eli are comments of Eli and Eli alone. We here at the Binge Voice do not support his statements. If you would like to send any hate mail towards Eli, his full name is Eli Van Allen. Thank you.
Wow, all right.
Yo.
Don't worry, they won't know what to send hate mail about, though, because I'm going to bleep it, like, for real.
Man, you bleep away, bro.
God.
So, what I said was Serena Williams is a great person, and she's great at tennis.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so we get that. We get the build up to the whole invasion, and then we get the submarines and the riding on the submarines. They got to get air, and Katara and Aang are on the top. So Aang just likes to sexually assault women casually.
Whoa!
When he just kissed Katara with like no indications that she wanted it, or
that's true,
or that she was okay with it. He just does it. It's like, okay, Aang, I get you're 12, dog, but sexual assault is ageless.
At some point, you have to either shoot your shot, or not.
That's not how you shoot your shot. That's not it. That's not it, Chief. Don't just go kissing girls because they talk to you.
I'm not saying you should just go randomly up to girls and start kissing them. I'm saying that specific instance, there was at least some build up to it, and it's not like it was just like if Zuko had gone up and
that's not
kissed
true at all. Because she was talking about how I'm confused, I don't know, we'll find out afterwards, and so Aang just does it when she says I'm confused, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not I.
Are you confusing that with later?
No. She does it twice. She says I'm confused, I don't know. Because that's what you're talking about later, too. She does it again. She tells him, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he does it fucking again.
Oh, that time was serious.
That time was bad. Like, real
bad. That time was really bad. This one, we could all die. You kind of got to get it out on the table at that point.
Tristan, you're supporting this movement.
Damn, dude. We here at the Bitch List do not support Tristan's comments.
Yo, look, I'm not saying I support assault of any sort. I'm just saying this time I get it, the right thing, or that he couldn't have gone about it better. I'm just saying I get it.
Okay, sure. We here at the Binge Boys do not support Tristan or his comments today. Enrique is the only member who has so far escaped the custody of the Me Too movement. Thank you.
In this episode.
A key word so far.
Yeah.
Anyway, we skipped over Sokka's public speaking.
Terrible.
I'm sorry, Enrique, but it made me think of you.
Yeah, I had a bad speech one time in a Spanish class. They cut me off and told me to get the fuck off the stage. That was about what happened to Sokka. They told him just go, just get off.
Yo, his dad coming in. That's how I treated a couple presentations this last year at school. They were just like, "All right, it's your turn." I was like, "Oh, here we go." Went ahead, said my business. A's. What's up with it?
Can we talk about how Sokka and Katara's dad really got hyped up for like 2.5 seasons, and he got fucking one-tapped, fucked up his leg like right away?
To be fair, he was doing like a 1v2, 1v3, and he almost got completely blown up.
Yeah, but like, he got hyped up for a while though, just to get fucked up real quick. He had more action in hypothetical land than he did in actual theory, like in execution. He got fucked up on his first like tower.
No, yeah, I mean they really did my boy dirty.
It was like, oh, this is the guy we've been waiting for like 2.5 seasons to see fight.
And you're right. I mean, I get what you're saying.
But
I agree.
You also get my man Zuko. Zuko says, I'm done with this shit. I'm sick and fucking tired of all these bitch-ass Fire Nation people. I gotta go revenge my uncle. And he's like, fuck you, Ozai.
Bro, I was to say, I wrote down Bro Zuko as Thor, confirmed.
He said, fuck you, father. I will lose Asgard. And he told him to suck his nuts.
I'll say. I definitely had I had a comment on your prior point. Yeah, dogs are barking and they needed food, so I apologize. But my comment was, imagine having your main like fire palace surrounded by water.
Genius.
Like, how smart is that, dude?
Forehead.
Like, they're literally like, I understand like there's going to be water and stuff, but like they pulled up in water to their main like entranceway, which is surrounded by water. Like, you'd think that wouldn't be a good idea.
I mean, yeah.
Can we also talk about how Sokka fell for Azula's fucking mind games?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dumb.
Real fast. Just before we get to that, the fact that they blabbed the whole plan or the whole plan was blabbed to Azula at the end of last season anyways.
Who did that?
So
I forgot who did that.
The Earth King.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Remember,
because she was a Kyoshi warrior.
The Kyoshi Warriors.
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Oh, Kyoshi Warriors! Like, guess what we're gonna do? Blah blah blah." And then Azula was
How
like,
is that shit not on a need to know basis? Like, if you don't need to know, you don't know.
Bro, right? That's the thing, though.
In fairness, you would assume the Kyoshi Warriors would.
No.
I mean, they would have been a part of that for
They're
sure.
a fucking
Had it not
sect
been
of teenage
for-
girls.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, in my opinion, like that's what makes Kyoshi not the greatest avatar, is that, you know, anybody can disguise as their warriors. You didn't see the Roku warriors going up and disguising.
There was no Roku warriors.
Exactly. Therefore,
He wasn't worth following like
dude,
that.
Kyoshi basically ruined their invasion.
Facts.
Oh,
Thank you, Reek.
oh no.
Tristan,
Roku
you're wrong.
gang stand up. Roku gang stand up.
Okay.
I'll say
all right.
we might. I don't know. It depends if, you know, our Twitter man wants to be a Twitter man, but we might have a poll out that votes on the best avatar.
Roku
We'll see.
gang or Kyoshi gang.
Okay. Yo,
Kyoshi, Roku, Aang. Your choice.
or
No,
Or Mr. Waterbender Weirdo.
Hataru!
No,
Don't talk shit
no.
about Hataru. Whatever his name
Okay.
is.
no, I was gonna bring up Korra instead.
Eli
Okay,
hasn't seen
well,
it yet.
I haven't seen it.
I
So
haven't seen it
Well,
yet. But will eventually.
I will most likely. That will be in the next episode of what you've been watching. That will probably be in it.
I'm just gonna put this out here though, just for people who have seen it. Korra gets way too much hate for her fucking character. The shit people hate on Korra for is shit Aang did. It's like, shut the fuck up. People be
That's
stupid.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's it. Don't talk about it anymore past that. Cause
No, we're good. That's good. My point before we get to Azula, you know, actually being smart and Sokka not being smart was that, you know, obviously the plan was spoiled. Aang really busted through these doors with a whole entire line, and there was nobody there to hear it.
Yep. No line. He was practicing that line in the whole of last episode.
He came in, he said, "The Avatar is back." There was just nobody there. He was like, "Oh, what? Come on, man!"
Nobody cares, Aang.
Yeah. But man, Zuko talking to his dad was like the best moment. That was 2.5 seasons building up to that moment.
Oh yeah,
Like,
dude, that's so cool.
Him just finally like, fuck you. And I wrote down the quote. It says, "After this, I'm going to go free Uncle and beg for his forgiveness. He's been more of a real father to me than you'll ever be."
Facts.
Ow.
And I was like, dude, I've been waiting for this for 2 seasons.
Yo, but Ozai was like, "Oh, you're gonna wait till an eclipse to come talk to me?" He's like, "All right."
Tricks him
This
to
just-
saying too.
Man, this has to be my favorite episode, if not the finale. Like, besides the finale, it's got to be my favorite episode.
Oh, the 2-parters or the multi-parters in this season just don't. You can't really compete with them.
Nope.
Oh, for sure.
And
I don't
then,
They're just.
sorry, go for it. I didn't mean to cut you off, King.
No, you're good. I was done.
Okay, but then we find out Zuko's mom's alive. She's been alive.
Yeah.
She didn't die. And then we also find
Is
out.
she?
We also find out Ozai's a bitch because he baited Zuko with the mom info to stay there until the firebending came back. And he said, "Oh yeah, catch this lightning, bitch." And Zuko said, "Oh, you got lightning. Oh, you got lightning.
Uncle taught me this trick.
Check this shit out."
That's why I said he might be Thor, bro.
Bro, he hit him with the blocker.
And he one tapped him and then dipped.
Dude, facts.
True. And then right after that, I said they basically lost after that. And the kids escaped and the adults surrendered.
Excuse me. They did not lose. Haru survived and went with them.
Yep.
Haru was on Appa. They basically won. Haru didn't get captured. No, that's the goal. Yeah, the kid with no legs. We don't really care. But
he doesn't do much. Hey, and the Duke. Don't forget the Duke.
The Duke.
The Duke. The Duke stayed behind. Pipsqueak stayed behind.
Poor Pipsqueak.
And the Boulder.
You know the Boulder was beating ass in the federal pen, though.
Beating it or taking it?
No, beating.
Dude, he's just walking around the yard. Hey, don't drop that boulder.
No, he's walking around the yard. He looks at him. You can look at the boulder. I will crush your head like a rock.
The boulder feels sexual tension.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He said the boulder is in charge of you now.
Oh god.
Holy shit.
The freaking boulder.
Oh my god.
Greatest character in the whole show.
The boulder's goated.
Oh, for sure. Top three.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, I'd like to stop us before we move on to the next episode. The Western Air Temple. I would like to take a break and throw it to Tristan to talk to tell you about our sponsor, Anchor. Take it away, Tristan. And we are back. Thank you for
that's exhausting to do all the time, man. I'll tell you what.
Thanks for listening. And holy shit, the boulder's nuts. Yeah, the boulder. Holy shit! So we're on episode 11 now. We're on Netflix's episode 11.
Yes.
This is what, 13, 12,
something.
12.
Like that.
It's 12 because the only double episode was 10.
You're right.
Yeah,
so this is 12.
8 episodes of Good Guy Zuko, and half of them were the shows.
Right, bro. You got like 40-something episodes of bad Zuko, and then you get 8 of good Zuko.
Which is like the best part. We get some of the best episodes with Zuko.
I would say I'm gonna let Reek take away with this because he knows what he's talking about, and he made me laugh mimicking him last time. So
my quick note before we hand it over to Reek is that this episode means that we have now been to all 4 air temples. So that's basically like a Yahtzee in the Avatar world.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So that's pretty nifty.
We got a bingo, boys.
This one is pretty, I like this air temple. I think this air temple is pretty cool. It's all like upside down and everything, hanging from the cliffs. You're like, what's up? They just get to glide around and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Bro, like, it makes no fucking sense, though, the architecture. It's like, who built this? How? Why? Why is it off the fucking cliff?
I feel like so much happens in this 20-minute episode.
Facts.
Like, it's so good. Like, especially, like, I was looking at it, I was like, oh, the Western Air Temple, great. Another Air Temple episode. Like, they're just kind of, like, random shit happens. But this one's just fire. No pun intended.
We get one of the greatest Zuko quotes here.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna let you take it away.
You're going to take it?
Because I have it written down, and I want you to...
I know what it's going to be.
Zuko's just being a polite young man in the forest, preparing his speech for the Avatar and his friends. And he's just, enjoying himself, trying to, get rid of his tension. And so he decides to come up with a line that will impact them like they've never been impacted before. He makes sure that this opener will be remembered for years to come by the Avatar and be like, wow, that's the moment me and Zuko became friends. He goes up to Aang, Katara, and them after Appa moves aside so they can reveal him, and he says, "Hello, is Zuko here?" And boy, did they not like that line. Did they not like that line?
listen.
The crowd booed.
I said, boo. Get the fuck off the stage.
It was like Sokka when the blind bandit first showed up to face the boulder. He said, "Boo!
We hate the Fire Nation."
No, he, like the Fire Nation guy. He said, "Go back to the Fire Nation."
All right, to not be so cute and facetious, but like this episode actually is kind of like impactful because like when they tell Zuko to leave, like when he's like fine, if you want to take me as a friend, take me as a prisoner, and then Katara fucking hits him, and then Katara hits him for no reason. Well, there's a reason, but we'll talk about it later. But she hits him, and she's
trying to repress feelings.
And she's like, I will never let you into the gang ever. And I wrote down, I was like, Zuko has literally never been accepted anywhere in his life, and even Team Avatar rejects him now, even when he's at his lowest. And he's like, I'm like, fuck, dude. And then Zuko goes back to his little cabin. He's just sleeping. He's like, why don't they love me? Mom, I wish you were here. And like he's just being depressed and shit. And then Toph's like, I'll go talk to Zuko. I had a good chat with Iroh. And Zuko goes, who the fuck is here? Blows up. Accidentally. And then Toph freaks out for no reason. When he explains to her he did it because he was scared because he was sleeping.
Yeah.
She knew he was sleeping. She could sense people with her feet. She knew he was sleeping.
When she got back to the camp, she did say it like that. She's like, it was an accident.
Yeah, I mean the story failed to be told correctly by any of them. It feels like when that happened, because it's like, well, I mean, here's it, because of course Toph was never against Zuko joining them. She was like, he was being sincere, you guys, and they're like, oh, so.
Like she didn't have to run away. She could have. He said, "I'll help you fix your feet," and she just took off. Still, it's like,
facts.
Yeah, maybe on that 30-minute fucking crawl you had to do, you realized I wasn't being a dickhead. Like, yeah, did that crawl teach you a lesson, Toph? Could have carried you, but no.
Bro, right after that, the next day, you have another one of the best, probably the best quote of the entire show.
I don't got that one, so that's gonna be you.
In this episode?
Good.
You're talking about this episode, right?
No, I'm talking about the entire show, dude.
No, but in this episode, right?
In this episode, yep.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Zuko goes, man, what would Iroh say?
Oh.
he goes, Zuko, you need to look within yourself to save yourself from your other self. Only then will your true self reveal itself. That it might be the most impactful thing I've ever heard.
It was a bar
in my life.
Mind blowing.
It was a bar and a half.
And then he goes, "Yeah, I suck at Iroh's quotes." He's like, "Maybe I should stop mimicking people," because he mimicked somebody else. I forgot who it was.
Azula.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. He tried to do it Azula.
Yeah, she's like, well, maybe I should take Azula's approach. Hey, I'm going to join you guys and take over the world.
He was like, no,
can't do that one.
Yeah.
Hey, but after he burnt Toph and he was like, why am I so bad at being good?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
You're not, bro. Prince, you're not.
Another side plot in this episode. I really hate Aang, bro. This man just watched his entire army get captured, except for a few kids, and he wants to float around and have fun.
Yep.
This man's like, no, I want to float around in the air temple. This man just watched his entire army get captured, and he's like, playtime.
All of his friends he's made along the way in this last year, all of them got captured. Aang's like, yeah, but like, fuck that comment.
Yeah, facts.
It's literally like, all right, dude. But so then
wild.
Zuko comes back. Sparky Boom Boom comes back. They have a fight. Zuko helps fight him off. They get rid of him. Boomerang Gang hits him with the doom.
Yo, Boomerang always comes back.
The Boomerang guy.
Yep, the Boomerang guy. Boomerang guy hits his Boom Boom guy with the boomerang. Then he go Boom Boom, and so then he died or disappeared. No one knows. He's just gone.
Yeah, he gone.
And then
he died,
bro. And then they have Zuko's like, look, I will teach Aang. I'm sorry for what I've done. He gives a really good speech at the end, though. He's like, I'm sorry for what I've done. I can't apologize enough for that. What I can do now is I can help you moving forward by teaching you firebending. I can help you defeat my father and whatever you guys need to know about the Fire Nation.
Whoa.
And that was good shit on him. But then Sokka shoots into his room. Dude, come on, dude. I'm leading into it. Just let me lead into it. Stop jumping around. Just let me lead into it. All right, so then Sokka shows Zuko to his room, and he's like, "Hey, this is where you can stay." He's like, "This is weird, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you." He's like, Zuko's like, "Fair, yeah, it's true." And then Katara comes in, and boy, you can feel the sexual tension in the air.
We got sexual healing.
Because Katara comes up, and Zuko and Katara's like, he's like, "Look, you may have tricked everyone else here, but don't forget, I was the first one who thought you were good, and you betrayed me. And so it's like, if you do anything to hurt Aang, I'll kill you." And Zuko was just like, "Damn, she's hot." And
in the background, you heard, "Let's get it on."
you just heard Zuko in the background go, "Yeah, and you were the first one that took your cheeks."
Well, okay. Me Too movement. Alright, but no, this is the reason I think Katara and Zuko would work better. Is because they've had legitimate conflict with each other. They've had to grow with each other. They had to grow past their issues. Aang and Katara is too fucking storybook for me.
Oh yeah.
It's the first person he saw when he got out of the iceberg. They've never had any issues beside, "You're no fun, Katara." Like, it's so childish and lame. He's 12 and she's 14. You know what I mean? It's like 12 and 14, those 2 years you learn a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
14 to 16, not so much. 14 to 18, yes, but 14 to 16, not as much as you would learn, past that. But the maturity levels between Aang and Katara is just like, doesn't make sense to me, really. And I just think it'd be better for more like Katara and Zuko, who are both like kind of, teenagers. They really like, trying to figure out their place in the world. They both have similar pain. They've both felt pain on like, a different level, family pain. And it's really, I don't know. I think the parallels there would have been cool.
I agree. I will talk more about it at the end, but I disagree at some parts as well. I think Zuko deserves the world and Katara is not that.
True. He deserves all of them. He deserves a harem. Just all the females. All the females dig Zuko too.
That's what I'm saying.
All the chicks love Sokka and Zuko in the show.
I mean, to be fair, they're the only kind of normal, like, guy teens that aren't douchebags.
Facts. There's Sokka and Zuko.
The Sokka is just kind of I don't know, socially awkward, and Zuko is just kind of a badass and doesn't know what he wants in life. But
hold on, and your boy.
Haru?
Your boy, yes, sir.
Haru, I don't know. I think he's asexual.
Yeah, Haru.
What do you just want Haru all to yourself? Selfish.
No, Haru just has Haru, man. He's just here.
Dude, Tristan, you can't be exploiting my plan, dude. Come on now. But I have a comment on the fight scene with Zuko and Sparky Boom Man. When Zuko fell down the cliff and he was hanging on the vine, he really hung there for like 5 minutes while everybody else fought him. Like, he's like, "Oh, he's dead? Let me climb up the vine now." I'm like, "Alright, like, come on."
That was crazy.
I don't know. Last point I'm going to make about this episode. I said in book 1, the foreshadowing, the "we could be friends" line, when the blue spirit captured Aang and freed him. When Aang goes, "In another life, we could have been friends. Maybe that could still be true, blah, blah, blah." Boom, they all run away from each other. I was like, foreshadowing. And I feel like in this episode, it kind of comes true.
I think Zuko brings that up.
Yeah, he does. That's what I'm saying. Like, in that, yeah, like I said in the book 1 review, like, I thought it was foreshadowing.
Like, legitimately, Zuko's like, "We talked and you said we could be friends. Do you still think that? Because I do."
Yeah, for sure. Do you still like me?
Which is cool.
Yeah, I still like you.
Then we get to one of my favorite episodes of the show.
Dude, facts. I love this episode.
Masters is amazing.
Oh, this one is phenomenal.
I also said Zuko isn't the Prince of the Fire Nation. He's actually the Prince of Persia because he's got parkour for days. Like, did you see him running on those walls?
Oh, man.
Like, he was running up and down those walls. That's Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
That's not Prince of Fire Nation. That's Prince of Persia.
That's facts. He was, yeah. I don't know, man. Man's a ninja. Man's the blue spirit. Man's a firebending master.
Sword master. Girl master.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Tinder master.
Just a beast. In general.
2 for 1 right there. Eli, I see you.
Yeah, Well, I mean, kind of, but yeah. So like, Zuko is just a beast, and so then they go through the temple and everything like that, and then you get to the part where it's like they start doing the dragon dance, and then Zuko's starting to figure out. He's like, man, maybe there's not only death and destruction to firebending. Maybe there's something more here.
Yeah.
And they teach him it's like the sun is the greatest object of life in the universe, and fire is a part of that. So fire is life as much as it is death. And it's like, whoa.
For sure.
True. And they take the fire, they take it up to the big old dragon boys, and the dragon boys say, "I'm gonna kill y'all."
Dude, I thought that was so cool.
But they don't. They do the They do the dragon dance, and the dragons are like, "Oh, I like to dance too," and they start dancing too. They're like, doom, 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 doom. I was like, "Oh shit, they're breaking it down."
I just liked when they were like, oh yeah, to get the title, or if you kill a dragon, you get the title of dragon of blank. And they're like, yeah, and Iroh lied about killing a dragon to save the culture. Like, I thought that was so cool.
Goated.
That was pretty dope. This is why we stand Uncle Iroh.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
We're all Iroh stands here.
Yeah, I mean,
every
who
Avatar
isn't?
fan
Like,
is this Iroh stand. Like,
I would say, I don't know how you can't be, dude.
Best character bar none.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yo, and then at the end when Zuko's like, wow, like I didn't know the sun, blah, 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 was just so powerful. He was like, did you guys know that? And he goes, well, we are called the Sun Warriors.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're like, no shit, dummy.
Zuko's like, oh. He goes, okay.
Zuko's like, true. My bad.
Oh, this episode was so dope, dude.
It's just the art and the animation was sick.
Oh,
It's so well done
the
visually.
Colored fire, Aang and Zuko's dance, and then them dancing with the dragons behind them. It was all around
so cool.
Great. Just great.
It's just the visuals, yeah, sweet.
Absolutely money.
If you compare the animation from season 1 to now, it's so good now compared to where it was at. I think that's another reason I hold season 1 lower. It just doesn't look as good as season 3 or 2 does.
Yeah,
true.
But boy, was that episode was fun. And then Zuko gets his firebending back, and now he's got to power up because now he fights for honor and power and love instead of death and destruction and anger. And Aang learned that I can trust firebending. I don't have to not firebend. You know what I mean? Which is cool. And then we go into probably my favorite episode. And it goes, and it goes back to every show has a prison arc that I've been
I knew you were gonna say that
since fucking Shooter, right?
Yep. As soon as they brought that in, I was like, oh, Reek's making a comment about that.
Yep.
Quick shout out. The voice actor, the warden at the prison, is my boy Wade Williams, who he was Bellic on Prison Break. Enrique.
Really?
That's my boy. Yeah, that's my guy, Wade Williams. Shout out.
Okay. Shout out Wade.
I always like hearing voices and trying to guess who it is. And I looked it up and I was like, oh, sweet, it actually is. But
this episode starts off really funny because they go with their balloon ride with Sokka and Zuko. And they're just trading love stories and how they fucked up. And it's like, Zuko's like, yeah, Sokka's like, yeah, you have a girlfriend or anything, Zuko? You don't do anything aside try to kill people? He's like, yeah, I had a girlfriend, I left her though. And I've left a note. I broke up with her via note and I left, it disappeared, and the whole nation hates me now. So, that's about it. Sokka's like, oh, that's cool. My girlfriend died and turned to the moon. Oh!
He said, and I quote, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah,
come on.
Dude, Zuko is the best for relationship advice I'm seeing.
Facts. And then we get a hilarious quote from Zuko trying to help him by being Iroh again. He's like, it's like a giant silver sandwich. And so silver sandwich gang, you know what it is. SSG, throw it up.
Jeez.
I'm just gonna skip that comment that I had, but yeah. So they get to the boiling rock. So they get to the boiling rock, and some things happen, and then they're trying to find his dad. Turns out Dad's not there, but who do they find instead? They find Suki. She's there at the Boiling Rock.
Whoa.
She's there at the Boiling Rock, and yeah, so she's at the Boiling Rock. She's held in a, male and female prison for some reason. Don't know what the fuck the Fire Nation's doing with that setup, but cool.
Make your own assumptions.
Make your own assumptions.
You're adults.
She's like the only female that we see there.
That's not true.
There's a few. That dude's buddy. Yeah, the dude's buddy's girlfriend. Yeah, or his girlfriend.
Oh, never mind. You're right.
Yeah.
My apologies.
But yeah, so
plus there was a female guard as well.
Yeah.
Well, the guard different.
Yeah, I'm just saying
how much a homie Zuko is. Zuko let himself get thrown in prison so that Sokka could kill his girlfriend or kiss his girlfriend and escape.
Yep.
Like Zuko took the L for him for that. Like what a goat, bro. And they were hating on Zuko. Zuko's the best character in it, other than Iroh, and it's not even close.
Oh, for sure.
It's not even close.
I'm not gonna argue that one.
But yeah, he gets captured for him, and I'm like, damn, you a real one, Zuko. You earned your place in the gang, right?
Is it just me, or like when you see Zuko and Aang together, it makes you hate Aang even more? Because you're like, why is Aang hanging around with this Zuko guy? Like, Zuko's too good for him. Like, they shouldn't be friends. Like, I hate Aang.
It's true, because like Zuko does all this stuff for Aang. He's like, Aang, I'm trying to help you now. I messed up. And Aang's like, I want to play with the jets and I want to fly with the air. He's like, we got like 3 weeks, bro, until like it's go time. He's like, Aang's like, so?
Yeah, it's a typical like older brother kind of thing. Like it's just annoying little brother. Like, hey, I want to play.
It's because like we gotta do action here.
I don't know. I found myself when they were together just liking Zuko more and being like, I'm sorry you gotta deal with this man, Zuko. Boy.
Yeah. That's fair.
So the first half involves them almost getting out, but then the fucking idiot ruins it because he wants to... Well, okay, they were going to get out, but then they decided to wait for the new shipment of prisoners because it might have Sokka's dad in it. But then they let that dude do the original plan, the first plan. He fucks that plan up because he's stupid, and he tries to, like, row the boat in a boiling lava. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking.
I don't know either, man.
It's like, dude, I'm not putting my hand anywhere near that boiling fucking water. You know how hot boiling water is? Something Fahrenheit. 100 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, dude. And so then they wait. Zuko, and then wait. Find out the warden is May's uncle and that he wants to beat Zuko's ass for breaking his niece's heart. And he's like, man, are you fucking serious? Zuko's like, of all places for this dude to be at, he's the warden of the Boiling Rock. God damn it.
Right.
And then, the shipment comes in, and guess what? Sokka's dad's not there. Oh, wait, there he is. And he is there. He's in the back. He's just being a bitch and doesn't want to get off the fucking thing. And he's being defiant and shit. It was cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was cool seeing his dad to be all like, nah, I'm not getting off this shit, cuz. It was like, it was fun.
Yeah, when he hit the warden with the leg sweep, bro.
The WWE Russian leg sweep.
He pulled the rug out from under him. He said, suck it.
Yeah, and so then they find out, and Sokka does it again, which he did earlier when he came into Suki's room dressed up as a guard, and Suki was ready to beat his ass and fend for her life. He's like, no, it's just me, Sokka. It's like, why did you just not take your mask off before? No one knows who the fuck you are as long as you, with or without the mask. Zuko had to wear it because he's got the big ass scar.
Facts.
Like the scar gives it away who it is right away. But like he's fine. He can just take it off. But then he almost gets jumped by his dad too, and he's like, nah.
Everybody's clear of COVID at the Boiling Rock. You don't need no mask.
Oh my goodness.
Just saying.
But then we go skip ahead, and bro, Suki is with the shits. Like she is a fucking beast. When they were like, also I skipped the prison right. The hilarious prison right. Sokka's dad tries to start a fight. He's like, hey man, what the fuck, man? I'm just trying to sit here. Can't you see I'm smoking some weed, bro? Can you leave me alone? I'm in the yard. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, man, I don't fight anymore.
He's like, I'm trying to work on my anger issues.
And then Sokka's dad's like, well, fuck. And then the dude comes back, Chit Sang comes back. He's like, y'all need a riot? Bitch, please. He just grabs the dude, goes, riot gang! And it's like, okay. Game time.
Everybody riots. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that happens. And then Suki goes and just captures that warden, like, 45 seconds.
Let's not forget though that May had come to the prison to give Zuko the what's what. She was like, I can't believe you dumped me with a note.
It's like, bitch, you don't have any emotion. What are you talking about? What are you angry for? You don't emote.
Oh, my heart.
What heart, bitch?
It was like, I'm so mad.
Zuko's like, Zuko was like, I can tell.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't. Fuck May. Yeah, so then the warden, they get it. Azula is slowly creeping into going fucking batshit right now.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Because then they get on the gondola, they start escaping, and then May turns coat on them and tries to save Zuko, which is, I mean, you know, it's like the only good thing she did the whole series. And she does that, and then Azula's like, why would you do that? He's like, because I love Zuko more than I'm fear you. And she's like, Ree! And then Ty Lee tries to help too, and then Ty Lee gets thrown in the gang too.
Yeah, I don't know. I like seeing like how May and Ty Lee kind of switch sides on Azula though, because Azula's freaking crazy. But
yes, they finally got some wits about them.
You could tell too, as like Azula loses more and more power and her ability to scare people, she goes more and more insane.
Oh, for sure.
It's a nice creep. It's not like an instantaneous thing. It's a creep. You know, it's like she just goes batshit at the end. Like it slowly starts happening towards the end of the series.
For sure.
And then Zuko gets his dad back with Katara, and now Sokka gets his dad back, and now they have Chit-Sang, who's just a random prisoner. By the way, we don't know what Chit-Sang's in there for. He could be a serial rapist. He could be a child molester. Let's just hang him around all the 12 and 14 and 15, 16-year-olds. But sure,
makes sense.
Let's do that.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yep.
That was actually my first note of the next episode. Was like, what a weird collection of people we have.
Yeah, right.
Air Temple, bro.
Yeah,
we have like Duke and Haru and Wheelie McDeely out there, and
Lieutenant Dan. Okay,
the Aang gang, and then you got Sokka's dad and Chit-Sang, and you're like, okay, well, this is something.
It is, and then Azula pulls up on them because she obviously knew where the fuck they were going, I guess, and she pulls up and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you now." And Zuko's like, "I've been waiting for this smoke for like the whole 3 seasons, bitch." And so he goes up there, they start brawling, and then Katara and them are trying to escape, and he's throwing hands with Azula. They're going at it. It was lit. That was a great fight on the balloon. You know,
it was.
They're punching.
Let's not forget.
They're going tit for tat too. They're pretty even.
Right before Zuko gets up on the balloon, he hit Katara from some fallen rocks, and she's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I just saved your life." She's like, thanks. Get off of me." It's
he lands right on Katara.
I also said that was more sexual tension, and that
for sure,
and that it's actually kind of hot that they have issues with each other.
All right,
bro.
Keep your stuff to yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whatever you do in your own time is your business, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Enrique's fantasies do not align with that of the Binge Boys as a whole. They are his own.
I didn't say they were my fantasies. I didn't say that.
I'm just.
Pause.
We're playing.
But yeah, no.
But yeah, then Zuko saves the whole day by going to fight Azula up on the ship.
And then the rest of the gang is trying to escape and shit. But then they're like, we're not gonna escape. We don't want to separate again. Blah 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 blah. They separate again anyways. But they find each other like literally that same episode because Zuko and Azula are even, and they're about to they shoot each other off the balloon on accident. They start falling. Azula gets saved, and Zuko's like, damn, Azula's about to die, and Azula's like, bitch, I don't die, and she kicks that. She shoots herself in the rocks and scrapes the rocks. And she's like, and it's like, all right, Azula, cool.
Bro, she turns into frothing mouth guy.
True.
Just
speaking of, I would like to say, very disappointingly, our frothing mouth guy count ends at 2 on the series, and our cabbage guy counter ends at 7 on the series. There are zero cabbage guy counts in season 3. Very depressing.
We'll fact check you at the end of the series just to check. At the end of the episode, just to check.
Yeah.
We'll see if you did good or not.
I feel like there was a cabbage guy count in this book, but I could be wrong.
I feel like there was a frothing mouth guy, but he didn't froth. He just kind of like did like a little like a thing.
Like
there was a different guy that was like the frothing mouth guy, because I think I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, we appreciate Tristan for at least keeping his count.
Yep.
And Mandy.
And
yes, sir.
And then we get into probably like the most like character development we get for anyone. Which is Katara gets a lot of character development because she's like she just fucking is pissed at Zuko. She fucking did not like Zuko. Zuko kept trying and trying and trying and trying, but she would just not let fucking do it. And she was like, he's like, what do I have to do to help you? She's like, bring back my mom. And he's like, well, fuck, you want me to work miracles? And so he goes to Sokka, and before he gets to Sokka, bro, Sokka was about to take Suki to fucking Pound Town. Like, oh my god, dude! You know what's crazy? I was reading on Reddit. People were like, you know, the whole time that would have been happening, Toph could feel it with her feet. And I'm like, oh, holy shit!
My god,
holy shit!
Toph would have lost it too, because she had a thing for Sokka.
She just started crying the whole episode. To be fair, we didn't see her after Zuko, left the tent.
I'm just saying, man. She might have a thing for Sokka, right? But she kissed Suki.
Oh,
so does she have a thing for Suki?
Maybe. It's okay if she does. We don't gender discriminate.
Oh, I'm just saying, man. Like, I would say sexual. We don't care what your sexual orientation is.
Same thing.
I mean, I guess.
And okay. So then he goes in there, and Sokka's just he let his hair down. Sokka looks like a beast with his hair down. By the way, Sokka looks like a 10 out of 10 with his hair down.
Oh, for sure.
And he's got the rose in his mouth. He's like, "Oh, my bad." Zuko comes in. He's like, "What happened? Who did it?" And they find out who did it. Southern Raiders are like, "We're gonna go get him." They pull up on Southern Raiders. Wasn't the guy. The guy they want retired. But Katara bloodbends, and Zuko flips. Zuko flips the shit. He's like, "Huh? What the fuck? How long you known to do that shit? Could you have done that to me?" he's like, "Well, dude, could you have done that to me like 10 episodes ago? I would have got fucked up."
Facts.
Imagine Katara bloodbends and makes Zuko walk away from that Western Air Temple.
Just walk off the cliff.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh yeah, bye, Zuko." What is this? Help!
Almost makes you wish that she would have used it against Azula in the end.
No, because she didn't want to. Well, it had to be a full moon too.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Was it when when they found the Southern Raiders?
Yes,
I think so.
Didn't see that. But I think I thought it didn't have to be because Katara proved that she was more powerful.
No, she still has to be full moon though, because she hasn't used it anytime it wasn't a full moon. She hasn't. That's not to say that someone can't, but she didn't. You know what I mean? Her and Hama couldn't do it without that.
Yeah.
So then she finds the other one. Turns out he doesn't want to kill her anymore. Or she doesn't want to kill him anymore because he looks like a pathetic bitch. Like that's really the episode. And it's a really good episode for Katara. And then she finally accepts Zuko, gives him a hug and everything like that. It's like, "Thank you, Zuko," which is really cool. They have their character moment. And let's be honest, that's when, like, if the show had an extra season, you could have started building towards Zuko x Katara, but they didn't. So we got Aang Katara, blah blah blah. But yeah, so that was cool. I also put that Zuko knew she wasn't gonna kill him. Like, I think Zuko knew that because Aang was like, "Don't kill him, don't kill him." But it was like, because Zuko kept saying she needs to do this. Like, she needs to confront the one who took her mother from her, just like he needed to confront his father about how his dad took his mother from him. You know what I mean? So it's like he knew the pain, so he's like, she has to at least confront him. You know what I mean? Not kill him, but confront him.
For sure.
And then we get into where we get. Is this Ember Island?
Yeah.
Yes, dude. This is one of my favorite episodes of the whole series.
All I said was Katara was watching Zuko like a snack. When him and Aang were firebending with no shirts on, she was watching him like a snack. She wasn't watching Aang. Aang hasn't got no abs. He hasn't got no muscles. He's too small. Zuko's got the 6-pack. He's been lifting. He's been training every day. He's been working out every day since he tried to get Aang. So he's got the physique. He's ripped as shit. He does that firebending dances. He's a beast.
This is just not at all one of my favorite episodes, Tristan.
Really?
You don't like it?
No, I don't like this. Like, I don't know. I don't like it.
This is so good.
It's,
The play,
yeah.
just don't like it.
It's really good if you look at it like a meta recap. You look at them riffing on the show itself. It's
Yeah,
more.
they're
It's,
literally
Yeah,
like making fun of all that they were critiqued about
for
like,
sure.
the first couple seasons, and it's hilarious.
I wrote that down when they made fun of the Great Divide. It was really funny. I was laughing pretty
They
hard.
completely skipped over it. They were like,
I
that
know.
was a joke.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that was the joke. Yeah, they're like, oh, the Great Divide. Yeah, and then Katara and Sokka are both in the back, and they're going, let's skip it.
Yeah.
which is exactly Reek's interpretation of it in book 1. But I did like it for that. It just wasn't one of my favorites because it didn't really do much for me.
Yo, right when they get there, and Aang goes to sit next to Katara, but Zuko does. First of all,
Yeah, facts.
I had doubts in my notes. That's in my notes. Why is Katara sitting next to Zuko but not Aang?
And Aang was like, "Well, I wanted to, but hey, quit being a weenie and just man up about it, Aang. Either tell him to move or just shut up."
Zuko
Bro.
told her though. He's like, you want to do something about it?
He was like, "I'm sitting next to her. What's up then?"
Bro, Loki, Suki, his wife material, Sokka, because she's like, "Oh, you made out the moon? You didn't tell me that," and like not getting mad, like, dude. I just thought it was hilarious that like she's like, "Oh, that happened? Haha, you're a loser."
Well, she does that. And Sokka's just like,
I know.
watching. He's like crying.
I also wrote that it was hilarious seeing Suki get mad because if she was hateful, Zuko's right there and single and ready to mingle. That's all I'm saying. He's single and ready to mingle with whoever there is. Because I'm just saying, if I was a chick and Zuko's right there single, I might have to pull up on him.
Facts, dude. Suki reminds me of, like Daphne from Scooby Doo.
How?
That makes sense.
Just the voice acting, like the look.
Okay, I kind of get that.
That's pretty decent. Yeah, I got you.
Yo, I made a note. The prop guy for the play was working hard. That guy was putting in the work, bro.
Oh
The bending props were hilarious.
Yes.
Facts.
Hey, and then the quote when they're getting to the end of season 2, and it's like Zuko, he either has to choose between basically Azula and Iroh, and Iroh goes, "Choose treachery. It's more fun."
Facts.
Oh man, we're skipping over some good parts though. Hold on.
We are. Go ahead.
I said that them knowing about Jet going crazy, but them not knowing Zuko is the blue spirit is hilarious.
I know.
Like they know about Jet going crazy somehow, but they don't know about Zuko being blue spirit yet.
Facts. I'm wondering how they know all this.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's some stuff they shouldn't know, like the Dai Li stuff. They shouldn't know that.
No.
Well, it's funny because they're like, "Did Jet just die?"
Yeah,
and Sokka goes, "It's really unclear."
Yeah, facts.
Which, I mean, we know why they didn't say he died though, because it's a kid show.
Right.
They couldn't say he died, but he died. Let's be honest.
But he died.
But yeah, that
He was a weenie for that.
I also say there's a part with Azula where she goes, she's talking, like they're talking to each other, and Azula goes, "It's like, look over there, what's that?" He goes, "It's like, I think it's your honor." He goes, "Honor?" He looks, and he gets shot. Oh, that was hilarious.
That was so funny.
Later, that whatever it was, like later in the play, and the Zuko guy Zuko gets hit with something, and he goes, "Honor!" He just like dies or something. Oh, like that's at the end. That's what it is. Sorry, I skipped a few more parts. I even have some notes about other parts.
I also had okay, sorry.
No, you can go for it.
Me. Okay, well, I said the part where they show Katara and Zuko in the crystal caves together, having that heartfelt moment. Aang was not having it, bro.
No, he was not.
So bad. He was seething.
Aren't you the Avatar's girl? No, he's like a little brother to me,
dude.
And Zuko was about ready to pop. Get that shit popping. Like Because to be honest, Aang was not having it because he knew it was about to go down. he's like, this happened when I wasn't there. He got so mad.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, how do they know that? Like, did Azula tell him this shit? Like,
right?
I'm just curious,
bro. I'll say what I was gonna say. Going back to the funny like bending in the play, it was still better bending than the M. Night Shyamalan movie bending. Dude, no, it came up on my YouTube recommended. There's a video and it's like the worst
bending?
moments. The worst moments of the M. Night Shyamalan Avatar The Last Airbender movie. I was like, oh, I gotta click this, bro. Let me tell you, I have never wanted to die so much in my life.
Go watch the whole movie,
dude. No. I don't want to, man.
You'll want to burn down everything.
Dude, I'm just saying, they're like earthbend, and you see a floating rock go across the screen. And I'm like,
you know what the best part was of that though is that they hit like 47 movements to get that rock to float.
They're like, what is this dance?
They did a whole lot, so you think you can dance choreography just to get that rock to float.
Dude, it's just wild, man. I'm just not feeling watching that movie, so I won't.
Yeah,
if you like your sanity, you won't.
It's probably good that I won't then.
But Sokka's like, "Hey Suki, can you get me backstage?" She's all like, "I am an elite warrior, trained specifically, and I've trained for years and years in the art of stealth." She goes, "I think I can do that."
She's just badass, dude. Do whatever she wants to do.
Wifey, bro. Sokka's so lucky he locked that down.
Dude, for real. And then he's talking to the Sokka actor. He's telling him all those super bad jokes. Suki is losing her mind, but the guy loves it.
This is really funny. She's like, that's my joke.
One of my favorite quotes from the entire series is when Sokka's like, "Don't be afraid to, make something up right before going into battle. Like, flying kick-a-pow." That's super stupid, but I love it. Every single time.
So also during that intermission though, when like Zuko and Toph are chilling, and Zuko's all sad and shit, he's like, "Man, I gotta relive every one of my mistakes I've made in life. And, I just want to apologize to Iroh." And then Toph's like, "Man, when I talk to Iroh, all he would talk about is you and how much he wants you to, experience, how much you find your path and see the light." And I was like, "Bro, that's the cutest shit ever."
It's facts. Facts.
That's true. And then the kid comes up, he's like, "Hey, great Zuko costume, but your scar's on the wrong side." I'm like, "Oh."
That was funny.
This was also the intermission where Aang assaults Katara again.
I had that. I said, "Golly, Aang."
Golly.
Like, worry about some ass some other time. Like she wants Zuko. You didn't even let her breathe. He was treating her like she belongs to him, and forcibly kissed her. And Zuko, when you think about it,
she was like, "I said I'm confused."
Like Zuko's been helping her relieve her childhood trauma and all this shit. Zuko's been there to help her with, they were counseling each other when their mom's death, and Aang's just there like, "I'm kissing you." It's like, all right, Aang, whatever, bro.
The confused Katara, like the "I don't know, I'm confused" thing, bro. That's such a real thing, though.
True.
Such a real thing. Not gonna say it's a girl thing. I'll just say it's a real thing.
You can't force those things. Quick okay moment to remind everyone. Tristan is still single.
Tristan is also Enrique. Hit him up.
It's not about me. So Mark Hamill does a really good job as Ozai.
As Ozai?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he does.
Mark Hamill is a beast actor, and he does so good at any voice work he does, especially Joker.
Yes. Oh, the Joker, yes, dude. Very good as that.
Such a good actor, dude. Imagine Luke Skywalker as fucking Ozai. It's like, what? Nuts. He's so good.
Crazy.
But basically, lead into Sozin's comment.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Yeah. Sorry, it's my tick. It be happening.
Well, there's some other I'm hearing an echo sometimes. Be careful.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about there's an echo sometimes.
I heard it too. I was hearing myself.
Oh, that's weird. I apologize. I don't know what that's from, to be honest.
Yeah, but so we start the Sozin's comment. Aang's already throwing a hissy fit. Like,
I'm at the beach, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god. He throws a hissy fit. He gets all butthurt. He like runs away. Like I think that's this part, right, where he takes off and running.
Well, this is when. Are you talking about the start of 16?
Yeah.
Zuko's chasing them.
Okay. Well,
no. This is after they're like they take a break. So they take the break,
right?
And they go to the beach. Sokka makes the Suki thing, which is kind of. I mean, the effort's there, I guess. Toph has been working on her sand bending, just to further the fact that she's the greatest earthbender ever. It's a fun time. And then Zuko attacks Aang, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, yeah, no, we know that, but like,
he destroyed my sand castle, or my sculpture of Suki. Andy's attacking Aang.
It's when Zuko tells Aang that he has to like kill him, like he has to kill him. Aang everyone's telling him. Gets pissed off and runs away. And then Katara's like, "Aang, you can't run from your problems, blah, 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 blah." And then who's there to hold Katara down when Aang's acting up? Zuko says, "Nah, Katara, let him go. He needs this time to cool down." And she's like, "Are you sure, Zuko?" He's like, "I'm sure. Trust me." And it's like, God damn it. Every chance Zuko gets, he holds Katara down. Like, literally every fucking chance. And there's some shit later where he holds her down. I'm going to bring it up. And she never even said fucking thank you.
Nah, you're right. But then Aang goes out to this random like island in the middle of the night. Momo happens to go with. That was that just doesn't completely make sense.
It was the least entertaining part because it made no sense.
Yeah.
They hadn't earned this. They just randomly made up some turtle bullshit. It's not Spirit World. It's something in between. It's some big ass beast. He just disappears. It's like, okay, what the fuck? But it's them trying to fill in a gap so that Aang doesn't have to kill him. And it's like, all right, cool, but this just makes no sense in my opinion. And then
so they're like, "Oh, Aang's gone," and everyone's like, "All right, let's try and go find him." They like search the island. Toph is like, "I call Zuko."
Yeah. I haven't got a trip with Zuko yet.
It's like everybody's had a trip with Zuko, but me.
A field trip is what she said, I think.
Field trip, yes.
Yeah.
She tries to turn it into some life-changing experience. She's like telling him, like, "Oh, my parents were so tough on me, but I think that's really what I honestly miss sometimes." Like, come on.
Yeah,
Zuko's not having that therapy.
But past that, bro, the Phoenix King kind of goes hard.
Oh yeah,
that's a dope
you're
name.
right.
The Phoenix King and that outfit he had, that was kind of hard. He looked sick.
Bro, the Phoenix King is really Steve Nash. It's okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But so they go to find June because they need to find Aang, but they can't because he doesn't exist. And then they're like, "Fuck it, we need to find someone else." But before they do that, even June ships Katara and Zuko. She's like, "Oh, you found your girlfriend." I'm like, even he ships it. Come on, man.
Yeah. But I bet Iroh could have helped them find June.
Speaking of fucking Iroh, it's time. Zuko's like, "I need to find someone else." And he's like, "What are you looking for?" "I got this dirty ass sandal. Help me find my uncle." They take him where they take him. Ba Sing Se.
Yes, sir.
So they camp outside the wall. Yep, that's where we get this. This becomes like part 2, right?
Yep. This is already like a little bit into part 2. The hardest fucking rap group of all time comes out the woodwork. The hashtag
100%.
The hashtag White Lotus Society, throw it up. Hashtag Wu-Tang forever.
It's literally the NWA if they're a little bit cooler.
Nah, that's definitely Wu-Tang versus White Lotus. Like that's the fight.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's the fight you need to make. But yeah, so then they come out and you see Boomy, you see Paku, you see Jong, and you see Pyong Han, whatever that dude's name is.
Master Pian Dao.
Pian Dao, not Pyong Han. Pian Dao. And he comes out and is like, "Bro, this is the deadliest squad
you
could fucking assemble."
And we get one of the greatest quotes of the entire series from freaking King Boomy. He said, "Wait, someone's missing from your group. Someone very important." And everyone's like, he realizes, he goes, "Where's Momo?"
So funny, dude. He gets right in his face, too. It's like the where's Momo? Yeah.
And you're like, all right, dude, so just forget about the Avatar then.
Yeah, and then Paku drops a hot bomb on him. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm fucking your grandma. It's like, okay, Paku, why would you just randomly just say that like that?
Facts.
Like, oh, Sokka tried to hit him with Gram Paku.
No, they tried to hit him with Gramp first.
First, yeah. He's like, no.
How about we settle for Grand Paku? He's like, no, just call me Paku. You can't call me that. Katara maybe, but you, Sokka, we got issues. We got beef. I'm still not over this whole UA thing.
Also, I don't remember which one of them said it, but he was like, all old people know each other. Don't you know that?
And that sounds like a Boomy. I don't remember.
I think that might have been
that was
Piandao, actually.
That was Piandao.
Oh, was it? Oh, I think you're right. Yep.
He said, "Yo, all old people know each other." And
it's
then
facts.
We cut to Aang for a little bit. Him talking to avatars. Aang was hating, bro. He's like, "I knew I shouldn't have asked Kyoshi." I was like, "Damn, Aang, what does that mean?"
I mean, it's true though. Kyoshi's good for nothing.
What are you talking about? Kyoshi gave him good advice.
Kyoshi, man, he was hating on Kyoshi, bro.
They all gave him, actually, Roku gave him the worst advice.
Roku gave him the worst easily.
Yeah, the other three gave him good advice.
They're like, I do what I have to. I do what I have to. I do what I have to. Even the air nomad was like, if I gotta kill a bitch, I'm gonna kill a bitch.
Pretty much. She was like, you have to put the world above yourself when you're the Avatar. And Aang was like, but I don't want to.
And then
stupid head. I hate him.
We also get to see Boomy pop off in Omashu.
Yo, Boomy taking back Omashu is so dope.
He's such a beast.
The White Lotus Society has legit the strongest fucking benders in the entire show.
Dude, they're just overpowered.
They are. Paku's like the North Pole water guy.
Yeah.
You got Iroh, who's the fucking firebender. Zhang's good, but he's not Iroh. Then you got fucking Boomy, who's like the strongest other than like maybe Toph.
And
it's just like, damn, they got a fucking collective right here.
Yeah.
And
P and Dao is a sword master. Like,
he's a beast. He's the strongest non-bender.
Yeah. It's literally the Avengers if they didn't have any problems.
Yep.
If there was no movies about the Avengers because they were so overpowered, that would be them.
I also just wanted to say I want to spin off of Avatar Korok, the water guy who was just surfing and chilling.
Jerk.
I want to spin off of him.
He's pretty cool. He seems okay, but the problem with having a spin off of him is there's literally nothing that happened besides his girl getting taken by Ko the Face Stealer.
Give me a movie.
That's facts. That would make a good plot.
Give me a little movie about Ko the Face Stealer and Korok. That'd be dope.
I was like, Nickelodeon, hit up Reek because he has some good ideas, I'm sure.
How about
this
Nickelodeon?
Movie.
You fucking convert the comics into fucking show already. You
know facts.
You know how many fucking comics... I'll get into this in a minute, but towards the end. You know how many fucking comics there are of Avatar? They're still making comics of Avatar with Aang and them in it. And they won't animate that shit. That shit pisses me off. Like, don't get me wrong, the comics are probably good and shit. Like, I want this show. Like, dude, this show is one of the best shows of all time. Give me more. If it's a miniseries, if it's a movie here and there, something, dude. Give me something, man. Golly.
No, for sure.
Yo, true.
And then we get, bro, if you weren't crying here.
Oh, yeah.
If you weren't crying,
gosh.
if you weren't at least tearing up, you're heartless. If you're over the age of, like, 16 and you weren't tearing up at this, you're a devil spawn.
Bro, I was at work on my lunch break tearing up, like in the truck, just like, damn.
Everyone's like, why are you crying?
No, pretty.
Like, you don't understand.
You don't understand. Zuko sees Iroh again, and I can't.
Iroh forgives him for everything, man.
And Zuko just waited for him too. He didn't wake him up. He just waited for his uncle to wake up.
That's what I'm saying, man. Emotional roller coaster this season.
Iroh really just like breaks our hearts.
Bro, when Zuko, no, not even that. When Zuko just starts crying right away, he sees him. He's like, "Uncle, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, man. I love you." And he just hugs him right away. I'm just like,
I know, dude.
Like,
dude,
fuck.
yeah, when he pulls him, oh man, dude, you can't have me crying on the pod too.
I know, I'm about there, but he was when Iroh's like, I was never angry with you. I was just sad because I was afraid you lost your way, but you found it again. I'm so happy you found your way here. I'm just like, God damn it, this show's so good.
Hey, and then you're just sitting there thinking, little soldier boy comes marching home.
Because basically, Zuko is the son Iroh didn't get to have because he was a war general. Then his son set up on the army. Then he got fucking killed. Zuko's the son Iroh never got, and Iroh's the dad Zuko never had. Like they fill each other's like hearts where they need it, and it's so amazing. It's such a well written relationship between Iroh and Zuko.
It is, dude.
It's so good, dude.
It's definitely a top, like at any show. It's definitely like a top relationship, like in any character ever.
It's so good.
Sadly, then we have to cut back to stupid Aang. And he realizes he's on a moving island. So he's like, oh, I'm going to go see what this is real fast. It shows him like underwater. Quick reminder for me of how terrifying the open ocean is. I realize this is just a little animated show and everything. But still, it was like he's just swimming. Open water. You can't see anything except this dark thing. And then this huge like paw thing comes just like floating by his head. And I'm like, holy crap, dude.
Are you a non-open ocean person?
Dude, the ocean is the most terrifying thing there is. 100%.
That's true. That's true.
That's fair.
The ocean, there's nothing that scares me more than the ocean.
We don't know what's in the ocean. We don't even know what's in like most of it.
No idea. It's scary.
It is pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So scary. Like even Finding Nemo, bro. Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, bro. Some of those scenes where they're just in the open ocean and there's just like nothing around. I'm like, this freaks me out, dude. It gives me like some sort of anxiety. I'm like, please stop.
Man, we also learned that power scaling in this world, like Iroh is like legit probably stronger than Ozai. Like Zuko straight out says it. Like Zuko's like, you're probably the only one who could beat him other than Aang in a pure firebending fight. And it's like, wow, Iroh in his old age, because he's older than Ozai by a good chunk. Because he has gray hair versus black hair like Ozai. He's like, he's older by him in a chunk. You could still smoke him if you had to. And he's like,
dude.
But Iroh's like, it's not my job to. You know, I'm not the one that's supposed to do it. It's supposed to be Aang.
Man.
But
I would say...
sorry, go for it.
I was going to say, when we get into the Season 2 versus Season 3 debate, like, I'm not going to, like, you know, spoil any of our debate, but, like, man, I wish there was more Iroh this season.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, you can only do so much when you lose your voice actor like that, though.
No, I agree.
It's so tough. But then they were like, Iroh, what are you going to do when this is all over? And he was like, when we reclaim Bossing Say, I'm also going to reclaim my tea shop. And you were like, woo!
Facts.
The Jasmine Dragon.
But then, so Iroh tells him, you need to go fight Azula. Like, you have to, that's your job. That's your role in this.
Yeah.
You have to go fight Azula. But you can't do it alone. Off rip, who does Zuko ask for? Katara, come with me.
My
right
girl.
Away. No hesitation.
Zuko's, yeah.
No hesitation. Zuko says, Katara, you're coming with me. Katara says, I'm going with you no matter what. And I'm just like, there's no way the writers put all this, like, subtle shit, all them always being together this season, them having that moment in season 2. It's like they wanted to do it, but, like, someone told them, no, you can't do Katara Zuko.
Plus, it's a fire water thing, which I feel like is cool. Like you said, like he just instantly is like, yeah, I want my girl Katara with me.
Yeah, it's just like he could have asked Sokka. He could have asked fucking anyone else. He could have asked Toph. Toph is a beast.
Right. Toph's more of a badass than Katara.
That's what I'm saying. Toph is pound for pound tougher. And Earth does better against fire than water does for the most part.
Best earthbender around. Like,
yeah, dude.
He could have asked Toph, no, he said, I want Katara for this.
That's part of my next note. It's like, because one of the next things we see is Suki, Sokka, and Toph going to the warships, and they take over the first one because Toph is just so freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Metal bending through the door, and then she just wipes the floor with all those Fire Nation dudes.
Also, Sokka's water tribe get up is sick. His water tribe war with the
I agree.
Yeah. He brings that to the final battle. Also said
Plus
that
the rights.
it's interesting that the area that's been in the opening for the entirety of the show is the area the final battle takes place at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys put that together, right?
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was like it ends where it begins, which I was like, that's sick.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet.
Of course, dude. It always. I mean, that's how it goes well.
And then we see Azula going nuts, which is cool.
Oh, she's finally cracking.
Yep.
Yep.
And so, I just have more notes about how like it doesn't make sense why Aang and Katara are a thing. But boy, that final Agni Kai is one of the most pretty animated fights
for sure.
in animation, even in anime. Like, that's one of the best like done fights ever. It's much better. It's so much better than Aang and Ozai.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's so.
Aang and Ozai's a pretty bad fight by the show standard, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ozai doesn't do any technique other than Fire Blast.
Yep.
Just
for a boss fight, that's nothing.
Fire Blast. Yeah. It's like, and Aang doesn't even like. Aang literally learned firebending from Zuko just not to use it in the final fight.
Pretty much.
He didn't use it at all. He used air and earth for the most part.
For the most part.
Same with the lightning thing. Like he barely. I mean, he did, but like he barely used that too.
Oh, that's one of my next notes. One of them, was later how Aang could have finished it. Stupid head Aang was like, nah, I can't kill him.
Aang had like 3 shots to finish him.
Mm-hmm.
He could have done it without Avatar State with the lightning. He could have just redirected it one tap. Ozai doesn't know how to redirect it. He's done. Game.
Yeah.
Because they've proven if you get hit with lightning, you don't cover up, it's over. GG.
Unless you're Zuko.
If you don't cover up, like I said.
Right.
Zuko blocked it for them. Tried to block it for the most part.
Yeah.
But
yeah, sorry.
No,
go for it.
Go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, going back to the visuals of the Agni Kai, like it was very like Harry Potter-ish, like with the wands and stuff. Like that's kind of how I compared it. And then I was like, bro, Azula is Beatrix Lestrange.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Bellatrix,
yeah, Bellatrix, dude, literally, like crazy, like dark hair, like kooky, like pale skin, like I don't know. Yeah, manipulative. Like I made that connection. I'm like, damn. Like I wish I would have seen that sooner.
True. Of course, right before all this happens, I guess we get another great Sokka quote because he like sees Aang doing whatever, and he goes, "Airbending slice," and then they're like, "Oh, but how are we gonna take out the rest of these ships?" He goes, "Airship slice." But then I was like, how does Sokka know what all these random buttons on a Fire Nation ship?
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. He just starts. I mean, granted, he just kind of presses and pulls everything, and just like, how's the airship slice?
I kind of took it as he knew the schematics from the old dude, because the old dude.
That would be the best explanation. Yeah,
like he's the one who made them, so he would know. So
that's
probably
true.
Explained to Sokka
right.
Like, for like the Day of Black Sun, he probably explained how they worked and shit.
Well, because those were modifications. Those were like revamped from the original war balloons that the one inventor made.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The inventor would know that like the original schematic. They're not going to change the controls. Then it's going to change the design of them, not the controls.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's true. But then this one was a much smaller note. When Sokka and Toph have to like jump onto the other ship, and then the one is crashing down on them. Good man Sokka protects Toph, covers her up. You know,
was also
very
ready
good
to
stuff.
fucking die. It was pretty sad.
I know Toph was ready to just risk it all.
She was crying. She's like, "I'm gonna fall and die." And it's like, "No, you're not. Suki's got you."
Facts.
Suki's ride or die, bro.
Yo, right there, Suki
honestly.
and Sokka basically became mom and dad to Toph.
Even though Toph wants him to be daddy, it's too bad.
I was gonna say it though.
But
that's facts.
But even before that though, fucking Zuko takes that fucking lightning strike for Katara without hesitation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Legit, like she takes that shot with no hesitation for her. She's like, "Oh,
he's stupid for asking for lightning, though."
Well, I mean, it's stupid. Katara ran up for no reason. She was in the back the whole fight. Now he's calling for lightning, and you run up now. What are you fucking doing? Like, what are you doing, Katara? But yeah, he jumped in and took that bullet for her right away. it's like, I don't know. There's so much evidence that points towards this, but fuck it, past that. Katara and Zula run the ones, which again Zuko was gonna win that fight because Zula's too nuts now, and so she's not strong anymore. And then they won the ones, and then Katara does the sickest waterbending move they've shown in the show, where she creates the ice around her and Azula.
Oh my gosh.
Freezing them both. Then she breathes and she fucking transforms water around her so she can move and chain up Azula. It was like
so cool.
So nuts.
It was like, oh, that goes hard. It's so cool to see how like the bending, each of them it advances in their respective bending. Like Zuko going from season 1 to now with his firebending. Katara going from I can barely do a whip to I'm fucking doing ninja tactics now.
Yeah.
Toph learned how to metal bend because she was already a savage as is. And then
and she worked on her sandbending.
And sandbending. And Sokka learning how to fight. It's great character progression for everyone.
Yeah.
Yes,
Aang transforming from a little bitch to a big bitch.
Yes.
Yes. But then, so in the meantime, with the Katara Azula ones, we see Aang just getting absolutely smoked by Ozai the whole time. And then all of a sudden, Ozai goes to like smoke him one last time, somehow hits the chakra, and we get Avatar State Aang. Right? So you're like, okay. But then like that first like big air blast that Aang gives to Ozai is ridiculous. He should have died from that. We saw Jet die just from a quick little pow pow to the face. But Ozai can survive that business? Come on, man.
I assumed Aang just didn't put the velocity on it that the Dai Li guy did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
No, I don't. I mean, to get thrown around like that, bro, and I just don't. I just don't see it.
But Aang was trying to pin him. The Dai Li guy was trying to go through Jet. So like he went through him versus Aang just stopping at like when he hit him. You know what I mean? That's the best explanation. Because Aang didn't have the killer intention that the Dai Li.
No, he didn't. It's still a little bit of a cop out.
Oh, the whole him not killing him's a fucking cop out.
I agree.
I mean, yes, 100%. You're right.
Oh yeah, this is the thing. You take away bending out of nowhere.
We want to teach the kids not to kill.
Yeah,
the element orb thing that he had going with the big air ball and then the water and then the rocks and then the fire, that was dope.
It was dope,
was pretty sick.
It was pretty pointless though. It's like, why?
It was just showing Avatar coolness.
Yeah, it's like, what does it do outside of looking cool?
It's hard when you don't like Aang, you know?
It's true.
I
mean, he used it to protect himself at different points.
I don't hate Aang. It's just he's like the show's so tailored around the tone of Aang where it has to be childish.
I agree.
I would have loved it if it was centered around the tone of Zuko, where it's like more serious. But again, you know, kid show. And again, the show is a fucking 9 out of 10 show, 10 out of 10 show, as is.
Oh, for sure.
So,
100%.
Who the fuck am I to tell you how to change your show, right?
Right.
So it's on them. But
I mean, we're being critical Andys right here, yeah.
And so then fucking Aang just takes his bending from him, which is cool. I mean, it was just flashy.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
But like,
I was
yeah, no, sorry.
Oh, granted, right before that, he was about to have another. That was one of his other chances. That was possibly going to be the sickest kill shot when he had the 4-element little spirally thing, and he was about to just like pierce through Ozai, and then he was like, "No."
So if he can take bending, do you guys think he can give bending too?
What was the question?
If he can take bending, do you guys think he can give bending too?
No.
Why not?
Why are you so quick to say no?
I say no because, like, to take it away, you know what you're taking away. To give it to someone, you have to understand what you're giving to them.
It's the Avatar,
and that's. I know
you mastered every element,
right? But it's different, you know.
But Aang didn't do anything special other than have his chakra absorb Ozai's chakra. That's it. He didn't like pinpoint hit him. He didn't like do some Tai Li shit. He just my aura is stronger than yours. No bending.
And obviously, there's no evidence for one way or the other. Like, kind of an educated guess, but I think he could. Like, if he was in the Avatar state or something, and like he did what he did with the chakras and stuff. Of course, I think he could give it.
Interesting.
I think so too, to be honest. But yeah, so after that fight, everyone's kind of wrapping up their fights. Katara's holding on to Zuko after she just healed him because he ate the lightning for her. The evidence is there, people. You make your fucking decision. Then we get the wrap up. Ty Lee becomes a Kyoshi warrior, which is very cute and nice, actually.
I like it. Cool. I like it.
I like it.
Zuko becomes Fire Lord.
I kind of wish he didn't become Fire Lord.
Why?
Because I feel like it's the position he always wanted, but he never really wanted it. Like, I feel like it would have been cooler for Zuko, for me, if he was like, I don't want to be Fire Lord. Fucking gives it to May or something. Or I said, honestly, I wish he abolished the whole Fire Lord system.
That would be cool, yeah.
Because if he abolished it, it would have prevented anyone from doing what Sozin did again.
Yeah.
Basically, in a sense.
It would have been checks and balances instead of just one guy ruling it. And it's just king shit. Like, there's no, like, they're not elected or anything. It's just bloodline. So it's kind of.
I also kind of wish that Iroh had become Fire Lord.
That's what I was thinking too.
It doesn't match his character to become Fire Lord.
It doesn't.
It doesn't, but that still would have been cool.
Yeah, I agree with Tristan. Like, it totally doesn't match, but I do think it would be pretty cool.
And yeah, then Zuko and Aang are bros now, which is dope. Like,
I
like how before they went out for the coronation, they were like,
that was cool.
I got you.
I liked it, the coronation when we had Aang and like his nice robes and everything. We got like the first real showing of like the four colors to represent the four nations coming together. And oh gosh, I mean, I'm a big colors guy in the first place, but seeing that, I was like, this is really cool. It's like super aesthetically pleasing. I was like, this is dope.
Yeah, it was cool.
And so then we get to the wrap up again with the Jade. They go to the Jade Dragon, which is
Jasmine Dragon.
Jasmine Dragon. Is it Jasmine? Yeah, it is a Jasmine. Jasmine Tea.
Yeah.
They go to the Jasmine Dragon. Everyone's there. It's May. It's Sokka. All of them. They're hanging out, having a good time. You know, they went to the Ba Sing Se after the whole coronation. Iroh's being cool. Everyone's there having lovely. Aang walks outside. Katara follows him. They hug, then they kiss. The end. End credits. But a little bit before that, though, we get Zuko going to Ozai, and he's like, "You're gonna tell me where my mom is." And he's like, "Or else, like, I'm gonna fucking kill you myself. If Aang didn't want to do it, I will." Like,
true.
But they don't go anywhere with it in the show because we want to sell you comics.
It's stupid.
Not for real, bro.
Sucks.
But no, my final note was like they're 13 and 15, man. Come on, like they're acting like this whole
they're gonna stay together for the rest of their life.
Well, it was the way they made that final scene with like the hug and then they're kissing now was as if they had made the whole show about the Aang Katara love story, like as if that was the whole point. And it wasn't, and I was like, "Come on, man."
Let's just finish up the whole series, and just kind of talk about, and then we can get into the argument about that because I actually do want to talk about that and get your guys' opinion because I've talked about it a lot so far, but I want to hear you guys.
I still have to defend season 2.
We'll get to that in a second. But so the series wraps up. It wraps up very satisfactory, right? Outside of the relationship stuff, you know, which is not a big deal to be honest. The storyline closes. The characters' storylines close. I feel like there was no character who needed to progress more, right? They reached their final progression point. If anything,
I'd say that's fair.
I feel like Aang, he's just not going to progress. Like that's the thing I took from this is that Aang never once had to fucking stray away from his stupid monk fucking teaching.
Yeah,
which is infuriating, but it's his character. So if you don't like, you know, that's why I don't like Aang characters much. If you like that he stood his ground, that you guys can enjoy that. But I did not. That's just
quick note on what you're talking about a little bit. The only thing I wish we could have gotten a little more from possibly was Suki. Suki, they sometimes treated her like she was a main character, you know? Like, instead of going off with everyone else, she came with, like, Zuko and Katara, Aang, and Sokka when they left the Western Air Temple.
Yeah, that's
you know, as if she's the main character.
But she has to be a character
half
first.
The time.
Yeah.
They didn't even treat her like a fucking character as is. She was just kind of Sokka's girlfriend.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid, dude. Suki was dope.
She was dope.
She was. I thought they...
way more.
I agree with you, but I think they did a good job with it.
No, I mean, they did a good job with what they did.
She's my favorite female character.
Me too.
Suki?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to disagree.
I don't think there's anyone better. She comes up
Well,
clutch the
maybe
whole.
Toph.
It's close, but
I can see the argument. Yeah.
yeah, like Suki legitimately comes in clutch so often during the show with Appa, with fucking the ending, whatever with the getting to Boss Sing Se, whatever they need, she came in clutch and helped.
That's facts.
I don't know. I feel like they could have done more Suki, but I mean, again, the show turned out fine as is.
So you're telling me your favorite female character wasn't Judy?
It was not Judy.
Oh man! All right.
Boss Sing Se.
But yeah,
Actually, mine was the little girl that was in love with Aang.
Mang or Ming or whatever.
Mang, I think it was Mang.
God, please do not mention her again. Bucktooth, freaking. Anyway.
So that is the conclusion of the breakdown of each episode by episode. Now we can get on to this discussion portion where I want to ask questions with you.
Yes, sir.
Note, or not even. Yeah, I mean, yes. Before we get into questions, I have a note that I realized not even when I finished the show, but like this morning. There's only one female Earthbender in this entire show, and that's Toph. She's in a couple different things, but she's in the past, and then that only kind of counts. Throughout the entirety of the show, there's one female Earthbender.
I think you're right.
Also, Zuko never says Toph's name.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He never calls her by her name. So there's that.
Weird.
And I don't think Iroh ever calls Aang.
No, I don't think he does. He calls him a
lot of the adults just call him Avatar
or Young One.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. But so, let me ask you guys, because I've talked about it the whole fucking episode. People probably want to gouge their ears out from hearing me talk about it, but Katara Aang or Katara Zuko, which one are you guys on?
Katara Zuko.
Yeah, me as well. I would say I don't like Katara Aang. If I had to choose out of one of those two, Katara Zuko.
Why?
Why? Because I don't like Aang, and he's just immature.
I don't know. So much better.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, they set up most of the episodes around the Katara Zuko thing.
The Katara Zuko thing was like subtle throughout the show, and you were like, "Oh, this is totally about to happen."
Plus, like they're the same age. It's the fire water. Like they clash against each other. Like it just seems like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, baby, you're my forever girl.
Stop.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, different question because
I'm dropping a helicopter on you.
I don't know, man. Like you covered a lot of the topics that like I were to mention about the Zuko and Katara thing. Like, if I have to choose one, it'd be that one. I personally think Zuko and Haru both deserve better than Katara. Katara's just kind of whiny. But I'm not saying they go gay for each other. But I mean, if that's what it comes to, of course.
So you ship Finn and Poe then? Sorry, different movie. But yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I get it. I would love to see that like explored, but I mean, it probably won't be in the comics or whatever. But it is what it is. I would like to see what like some fans could do with like fanfic of it, but fanfic's kind of whack sometimes. Like,
True.
Very rarely do people write good fanfic. It's usually lame, like fucking smut. But so if you guys were to draft your own Avatar gang, let's go with 6 including you. Who are your 5?
6 including you?
Yeah, who are your 5? Because like by the end it was Aang, Zuko, Katara, Sokka, and Suki, and and Toph. So that's 6. So yeah, who's your 6?
Like to take on me in the quest?
Yeah.
So 6 other than myself.
5 other than you.
5 other than me. Anybody in the show?
Yup.
Man. I mean, I rose number 1, Zuko's number 2. Those are guarantees, right?
Same.
Both.
Those are.
I think those are both of them as well. Yes.
I feel. Oh man, I feel like Boomy would get so annoying. So I'm gonna take Toph instead.
I'd also take
for
Toph.
for an earthbender.
I would take
Waterbender, I'm taking Paku. And
really?
Because yeah, I don't want Katara with me. You kidding me? So that's 4 right there, right?
Yeah.
So we got Zuko, Iroh, Paku, and
Toph.
Toph, yeah. And then, man, for my 5th, I mean, I want to say Haru, but he's not very good at anything. Oh man, it comes down to Suki or does Appa count as a character?
No, because they don't count him as part of the gang. I count animals separate, I guess.
Okay, I'm taking Suki, and Appa then for
That's good.
So, Iroh, Zuko, Paku, Suki, Toph.
Solid.
That's gonna be my 5.
Who you got, Tristan, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go. I actually decided. I'm not sure if I would take Zuko. Let me think about this. Iroh and Toph, for sure.
Okay.
I think I would probably have to take Katara.
Really?
Yes.
She just annoys me, man.
Okay.
I get you.
So what are you at right now? Iroh, Toph,
3.
Katara.
Mm-hmm. Piandao.
Okay.
Okay.
That's solid.
That is solid.
That makes a lot of sense to me. And then, I don't know, maybe Sokka, dude.
Sokka, just for humor, and I mean he's good.
Gotta have the lighthearted guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so I am also going Iroh, Toph, Suki, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Iroh, Toph, Suki, Zuko. Those 4, guaranteed. Those are like probably fucking locks for most people. I was bouncing around between Sokka for mastermind purposes because he's so fucking good at that shit. But I was like, nah, I'll be the mastermind. So instead, I'm taking Ty Lee. So then Ty Lee could teach Suki how to block bending. And then we have 2 blocker benders. And then I have 4 powerful benders. So if they go in and block the bending, and then they go in and just fuck them up with bending, and then I just reap the rewards by just being there. It's a GG.
I like it. I'll say my thought process was more, I want a bender of every thing except for myself. Like, even though, like, you're assuming you're the Avatar, right?
I guess so.
So, like, my thing was like, oh, I can firebend. I want another firebender besides airbender because you're the last one. But yeah,
that's true.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Would you like? So, Eli, this is your first time watching it, right?
Yes.
And you know Korra exists. So when I finished it originally, Korra wasn't a thing yet, and Korra didn't come out for like another 4 years or so. 4 or 5 years. What are you looking for from the Avatar universe? What more? What
am I looking forward to?
Yeah.
Right.
What are you looking for generally?
What am I looking for? I don't know. Like, a good plot line is always good. Like, I really like the plot in this show. What the question is, I'm assuming it's going to be Aang, but like, who teaches Korra airbending? Yeah. Like, that's going to be my question going into it. Like, and I plan to watch it this week, next week, whatever. But like, that's my question.
Eli, without spoiling anything.
No, just stop. Don't even say anything.
No. Okay. No, it's fine. I don't want, but
I'm just saying, like, if she's going to be,
because we don't want to tell you when it's set or anything like that.
No, that's fair. I was saying.
No.
I kind of know
the timeline.
I was saying
it was just a flaw in Eli's logic for a second there.
Wait, what? I mean, no, I know what you're talking about. Like, once the Avatar dies, another one comes up. Like, I understand that. I understand that. I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a past Avatar teaching her, like, you know how she does, like, the Avatar state. You can talk to past Avatars. That's what I'm talking about.
Right? Yeah.
I'm just saying because there's no other Airbender. But anyway, enough of that. Like, that's like kind of one of my main questions. 2, I do know that there's some reoccurring characters. Like, not too much, but I do know there's some. Which I'm looking forward to because obviously I like that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of looking forward to not the same as what we've been watching, but something kind of along the lines of it.
So, like, I was asked that question. I was like, is there anything, like, so you've seen the universe, you've seen earthbending, you've seen firebending, you've seen waterbending. Is there anything, like, you want to see new? Like, if you were to write the show, what would you put in the show, and what would you want to see as a viewer? Like, is it like, oh, I want to see how someone can evolve firebending. I want to see what someone does with lightning, if lightning becomes, like, that kind of shit. Like, what, like, new idea do you want to see in, like, the next series?
Well, I know she's a waterbender. So obviously there's going to be more with that in my, like, I assume. But I don't know, like, what I could think of that they haven't done, like, as far as the bending goes. Like, with earthbending, they went to metal. Firebending, they went to the sun instead of using it in rage. With waterbending, they went, I guess they went to blood bending and stuff like that, using your surroundings. So that was kind of cool. And then with airbending, it didn't really evolve too much, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what I'm looking for, I guess. And I guess I'll have to watch and see, like, if I come up with anything, but yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely it's different. It's good though. Like it's good.
I would say I'm not going into it expecting like Avatar: Last Airbender.
I don't know. I feel like they didn't wrap up. There's other stuff they could have talked about, and why I like Korra. I feel like I wanted to see some more of Aang and the gang, but they just decided to go with something new, which I respect. I mean, fuck it, you know. Maybe they didn't want.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, Aang's story's done. Fuck it. But obviously it's not, because they made comics. So make up your mind, bitch.
I would say a question, if we're past the Korra topic. Question that we asked in the first book that I'm going to redo. If you were a master of one element, what would it be? Now that you've gone through 3 books, I know mine changed because I was biased to the first book without knowing. So I'll have you guys answer now, watching all 3.
It's fire.
Yeah, I would say I didn't assume that Reeks would change, just because. Yeah, but Tristan, did you?
I think I said water or air.
Yeah, I think we both said water. I think.
But I mine is earth, actually.
Earth. Why is that?
I mean, think about it. From between the earth, you've got metal bending and sand bending as well, and just all the dope things you can do with all that, dude. Oh my gosh! I mean, you could build your own house.
I would say I feel like earth bending would be the most convenient, like it nowadays. Like, yeah, like you said, as far as building your house or getting to work on time, I guess airbending would work for that too. But like, it would definitely be convenient.
Oh, I could just tunnel to work.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, I don't know. I guess mine changed probably to fire. Like, if I'm putting myself in the show, like, firebending is just so cool, dude. Like,
it is. It's beautiful.
I don't know. Especially seeing like what could be done with it, like with the sun and like all that. Like, I don't know. I just definitely switched up to that. Plus waterbending, like
shoot lightning.
Dude, that'd be sweet.
Yeah,
but
pew, pew, pew.
That's what kind of got me to like. That's why I like fire. Is that the Firebending Masters with the colors, the way you use it, the kind of way you can use it. It's just so cool to me. Like, especially the colors and stuff like that. It's like, wow. Like, can I bend green fire if I wanted to?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, dude.
Like, I don't know. It's just something. I was like, it's just fire looks so cool, especially after you learn about it. Like, it's in entirety now. After, like, it was so, like, before it was just like death and decay, and then once you learn about the history of it, it's like, oh, no, I'm into this now.
Facts. Plus, like, when I think waterbending, I think Katara now, and because of book 3, like, I have a negative association with Katara because I didn't really like her in this season. So, like, when I think waterbending, I'm like, oh, I don't want to be Katara.
That's fair.
So it's a negative association thing.
I get that. But yeah, man, I don't know. Avatar is great. I love it. It's like, fuck, it's so good.
Man, I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Okay, so now we get into the argument. Book 2, Book 3. Before that, Book 3 ratings.
Oh man, if there was more Iroh, like obviously, like we've gone over, like it's kind of hard to do that. If there's more Iroh, it's got to be a 10 for me. But like just little things here and there, I'm gonna just knock it down to like a 9.5.
I'm going 9.5 as well. It's the best. It's my favorite season. Tristan.
Yeah.
I would say probably like 9.
9. That's fair.
Yeah. So here's one note that I kind of thought of on my own. It feels like the end of book 3 is rushed.
Really?
You think so?
A little bit. Yeah.
They've been leading up to the final scene for 3 books.
Right. Yes, I know, but you have all these other things just kind of playing out over time. But then it's like, so we build up to the day of the eclipse, and you're like, oh, sweet. And then, but that's not it. So then you're like, okay. But then they don't really explain much else about what's going to happen. They're like, oh, yeah, the comet's coming. And then all of a sudden, it's just kind of like here, and then we have the end.
Well, yeah, because they said it's going to go scorched earth.
Right, and the Fire Nation's going to gain, like, unmatchable power.
Right, no, and I know that. It just... And not for... It's not like I meant for it to happen. It feels somewhat awkward to me, in a sense. Not that I don't still love this season, because I think this season's good. It just... Something about that just... This last time I was watching it just felt kind of rushed about it. And that's also, like, you think about how they messed up the whole Zutara thing. What could have been? Maybe that was part of it. Maybe they were clamoring at the end a little bit, and they couldn't finish the Katara and Zuko storyline.
I have heard that the writers did want to do that, but the creative directors and the guys who made the show or whatever, they didn't want to go for it. So I think the writers kind of wrote subtle shit to, like, for fans, like, you know what it really is, and then, like, the guys were like, nah. So I mean, on one hand, yeah. I also heard there was supposed to be a book 4, but because the movie, the live action The Last Airbender, they decided to can it and just do that instead. Which, boy, is that a fucking kick in the face. Holy shit! You gave me one of the worst movie adaptations in movies in general, instead of giving me one of the greatest, another season of one of the greatest cartoons of all time. It rivals, like, the best, and it's, like, such a fucking good show. Like, it's good. That's it. Like, that's all I could say. It's great. It's not even good. It's great. It's like, you're a child, adult, elderly. Fuck, dude, you could love this show no matter what.
Facts. I agree.
I mean, I would love to see if they took the universe in a more serious direction, like if they treated the war and shit like it really is, like their people were dying, but it's a kid show, like
a PG-13 type show, or a TV 14, I should say. Yeah, like for a show,
TV 14 kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
It'd be kind of sick, but I mean they didn't. But I mean, I think pound for pound, it has the worst episode for this one beats any of the worst episodes on the other ones.
Oh, for sure.
It, like, fuck. Okay, so like we said, worst episode is probably The Runaway or Pain
Yeah.
You guys said The Runaway. I said Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams and Nightmares. Yeah, you said Dreams and Nightmares.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
It's even Empire of the Players. Like, if you say that's the worst, it's not worse than The Great Divide.
Oh yeah, facts.
Oh well, no. We're not talking about book 1. Book 1 doesn't compete.
It's not worse than.
Okay, but book 2. What's the worst episode? Swamp, exactly.
It's not worse than Swamp. None of those are worse than Swamp.
No, it's not worse than Swamp.
There's no lull period in it like there was in book 2 with the first 6 episodes, or the first 5. Because like in book 2...
Except for the first episode of book 3. The first episode of book 3 is very meh, and that's about it. I disagree.
I think it's necessary.
You even have, like, Avatar Day and The Chase. Like, I didn't like either of those either. I mean, Avatar Day wasn't bad, but The Chase, like, I felt like none of the episodes in book 3 were as bad as The Chase or Swamp.
Okay, so that's so here's the thing. I personally agree with that. But my thing is that they're better individual episodes, whereas in season 3, there's more good individual episodes, but I don't feel like they flow and connect quite as well as everything does in book 2. The way everything just kind of overarches, there's so many overarching things throughout book 2 that don't quite happen when we get to book 3.
Like what?
That is just... like what, yeah.
Well, so like book 2, we have... Aang learning earthbending throughout the entire thing, right? So we have the new storyline, we have the new plot line with Toph coming in, right? And then we have the plot line through the majority of this season with bossing Say, okay? And so that's another different storyline. Then we've got the storyline with Zuko kind of coming through his big high part of the arc. You know, we get Zuko alone. We've got Zuko coming back with his uncle. We have them separating at the beginning. The whole Zuko arc in season 2 is arguably, in my opinion, the best part of the Zuko arc. Like, we get the real down, dirty, gritty Zuko part in season 2. I think book 2 Zuko is like some of the best Zuko overall. Also, we still have good Iroh in book 2. Not anyone's fault, of course, for book 3. So I can't really fault them on that. It's just a sad coincidence. But also just we get to learn about some of the things in book 2, you know. That's where we also see a lot of real life connects when we get to bossing, say, the whole, there is no war, you know, like Lao Guy, there's a lot of stuff. But then we've got the Appa arc from episode 10 all the way through episode like 18 or like 17 or 18 of that season. And so that's nuts. And so I agree. There's more good episodes in season 3. I'm not gonna argue with that, actually. But I think the whole connectivity plotline of book 2 is slightly better than that in book 3. I think the character development is a lot better in an elongated fashion in book 2. In book 3, we get some good character development, but like for Sokka, we get the one episode with Master P and Dao where he finally kind of has his moment, okay? But it's like before that, it was just kind of steady Sokka growth. We see him growing, but then it's like Sokka's master is just like boom. Suddenly he's hit the point. With Katara, we get some. You know, the puppet master is good character development for Katara, and then we really get to hit it home with the Southern Raiders.
I think even
everybody else were kind of out of character development. But do you think the Painted Lady has character development?
I was going to say that. Yeah, I was going to say what Rick said too.
Yeah, because
I think
fucking hated the Fire Nation.
Yeah,
she hated their guts. She didn't want to do anything with them.
Yeah, she restored that whole village.
You're right.
I understand what you're saying, right? But I think the highs are higher in this season. Mm-hmm. I think the lows are higher in this season. Yep. I think you have just as many good plot lines. And I think the biggest thing that against this season is Iroh. But I would say that Iroh has to be gone this season. So you get that moment in Sozin's comment where you want to fucking cry. Where you're almost crying because they finally rekindled the relationship. Like, that's kind of...
yes, 100%.
Like, that's just my opinion.
That's it.
But, you know, they don't even play that out as well because it's not like... go ahead, Eli. I'm trying to let everybody get their shit off, but the plot. I agree with Reek on everything you just said. I also think the plot lines were better in this season. You used the Appa plot line as one of the pros to season 2. That was one of the downfalls for season 2 for me. I really, really hated that plot line, and it's not like I know what it's meant to be. It's meant for you to feel emotion and for you to be like, oh no, not Appa. But I just like. It makes me cringe up like that kind of like, you know, animal torture and stuff. And I know we really, really fastly paced over that in the last review because nobody really wanted to talk about it. And that's kind of one of the points that I'm making is that I don't really want to like see that, you know? It's like, it just makes me not want to watch it. I don't know. I get that.
I don't know. Reek, what do you think about that?
I agree. The Op episodes, I watch it because I know it's quality. But I hate seeing it because it's so tragic, and that's nothing to do with it. I understand why they did it, but that's tough. I think book 2 to me is really good if it was like a 12-episode season. If you if you condensed some of those early episodes into, you know, a couple episodes, it would have been good. I think this one has the connecting plot lines of everything, though. All the people that Aang's met along the way, all the friends he's gathered, they all come together to help him out in Day of Black Sun. They fucking failed. So then now Aang feels distraught about that, and now he has to go fucking come back and do it for him. Zuko, you finally get Zuko realizing, he's like, holy shit, this is what I gave up my uncle for? This shit where no one even actually cares about me still. They just care because I did what they wanted me to do. Like, they don't actually love me. It's not unconditional. It's conditional. You know, Iroh loved me unconditionally. And so now he's got to earn that back in his brain. But in reality, Iroh's loved him the whole time and he doesn't care. That's why I can't say that's rushed, because there was nothing to rush. Iroh loved Zuko, period. You know what I mean? Zuko had to love himself first.
That's true.
So that's what it was. It wasn't the journey of Zuko loving Iroh or Iroh loving Zuko. It was Zuko loving Zuko. So that's my thing. And then he finally got there and he was happy. And I think you get better characterization with the minor characters in this one. You get to find out about why Ty Lee's Ty Lee. You get to see Azula break down. You get to see why Azula is like she is. You get to see that she drives herself insane trying to be a character that she doesn't want to be. She wants to be the monster. Even then, she knows she's not really that monster. That's why she breaks. Yeah. I think the Sokka's master argument is Sokka needed a turning point, because for him, everyone else has like had that moment where they turned, right? Like Zuko finally fucking turned towards like the beach. The beach, he realized what his issue was. His issue was, I'm mad at myself. I'm not mad at anyone else. I'm mad at me. Sokka needed that switch flip. Like, Sokka's had it in him the whole time. He's had that warrior instinct. He's been that warrior. He just needed the technique and the technical skills to do it. And he finally found that guy that could get him the technical skills, and that was him. So that Sokka's been there. He just needed it. Like, even his dad told him, he's like, you've been a man, you know, before you even saw me. You were a man as soon as I saw you. You come with us, you're a soldier now, you know what I mean? And and
that's part of my argument against what you guys said about the Painted Lady, because it's like, we've literally seen that Katara cares about people throughout the entire show, but then in the Painted Lady, she shows that, even though it does kind of contrast with what we see of her feelings against the Fire Nation, but it's like, that hasn't really, that's not like a new development, you know.
She cares about people.
Yeah, it's a strong Nation. It's a stronger development though. Like, she's been caring about people, but this brings it to a whole opinion. Like, it's not just her and her crew anymore, it's everyone. If
you remember at the end of book 2 when she's talking to Zuko, she says she uses Zuko as a symbol for the Fire Nation, not just any one person. She fucking hates Zuko because she looks at Zuko as the Fire Nation. She says, you took my mom from me. Zuko didn't have anything to do with that. Zuko's people did. So she looks and says, you did that to me. You did that to my mom. That's all the hatred she has harbored against the Fire Nation, ready to go. And she finally realizes in, episode 1, 2, and 3, she's like, oh, these are normal people just like us. They've been through shit just like we have. It's not these guys that did it. It's the big ones who did it. That's why she's still pissed at Zuko towards the end of the season. She still looks at Zuko as he's his family. He fucked her. He fucked them over. You know what I mean? But then you realize at the very end, she's like, no, it's not Zuko that I hate. It's Ozai I hate. It's all the people who enabled Ozai, and I want to change it. I don't want to destroy it. I want to change it. And that's what she decides. And that's the characterization you get with Katara.
That's it. I think for me too, like, you guys have obviously seen this multiple times, and for me, and that's going to happen with many shows that we watch, like, especially when we get to shows that none of us have seen, like, we're going to have that recency bias that, like, I feel like I have right now, is that I just watched season 3. I just got out of the emotions of season 3, so I'm stuck on season 3, or book 3, I guess. So I want to label that as my number one. Going through, like, all the facts and the plot lines and all that stuff, like, I still would take season 3, but I definitely think that's also affecting my opinion, is that book 2 was last week, book 3 is this week, so it is that, like, recency bias. I just watched it, like, that kind of thing.
But it's also not like we're comparing it like they're bad. We're comparing like gold and platinum. We're comparing like gold and platinum like now. Like, these are both a high tier. We're just trying to see which one we think is higher.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, and like, I'm not gonna ever deny how amazing book 3 is. And this one comes down to some personal preference, which is okay. I mean, there's only so much you can do about it, right? Book 2, here's another thing. Book 2 had some of the book 3 became, I want to say book 3 basically became all serious, which is obviously necessary and understandable. But book 2 still had some of the silliness and like the fun that we associate with with Avatar as a show.
But that comes down to what you want personally, because I like the more serious stuff.
Right. Exactly. That's part of it. So that's part of that's another part of why I prefer season 2 is because it's just like that looser stuff, like Sokka doing a haiku battle in the Tales of Ba Sing Se. That's nuts hilarious to me. I think that's just one of the funniest things.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this isn't really an argument of like which one's better. It's just kind of personal preference, and it's going to be like that with most arguments. Like, anyway, but for me, like book 2, I did binge the first few, and watch them back to back to back, and like I kind of started spreading myself out. Like this book 3, I literally could not put down the show. Like, I just wanted to keep watching. I know it was the same for Reek, but like I could not. Like, I finished that in like 2-3 days max. Like, because I could not like stop watching it. I wanted to know what happened next. I wanted to know how it wrapped up. Like I couldn't keep my eyes away from it.
Yeah.
Right.
So like for me, like that's that kind of shows me which one I enjoyed more, because like that's the one that hit me the hardest, I guess.
That's fair.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a preference thing. It's like do you like? I think that's what it's gonna be for most people. It's like if you like the funnier stuff, book 2 is probably gonna be your thing. If you like the more serious stuff, book 3 is probably gonna be your thing. But that's just I think that's just a preference thing. I think that comes from me watching anime too, because anime takes a more serious tone but can still be lighthearted. I like super serious rather than like super lighthearted. If I were to pick one,
I'm with you.
It's like the series I loved and near and dear to my heart are more serious than they are, but I still love funny shows.
Mm-hmm. Not for sure. I like whatever can like spark up emotion for me, and I feel like book 3 definitely did a better job of that for me.
That's fair. And I mean, that's one of the things that makes this show so amazing is it does everything. There's humor. It's serious. There's emotion. There's drama. There's action. It's got everything. And you learn important life lessons here too. It's so good.
That's true. There's a lot of lessons you can take away from this.
Yeah.
Especially as an adult.
Oh, for sure.
Like classism, sexism, not generalizing people as evil, things like that.
No, yeah. 100%. I don't know.
I mean,
it's just...
Sorry, you like go for it, King?
Oh, I was just going to say, this show's like stuck with me so much, I feel like. Like, I was... apparently I was told that I woke up in the middle of the night and sat up, and I was like, I have to save the Avatar. He needs that tree branch, and then just fell back asleep. So some sort I was having an Avatar dream, apparently. Because I wake up the next morning and I'm told that I'm trying to save the Avatar. So I'm like, I was told I sat up in my sleep, pointed at the wall, and then just slept right, like lay back down and just fell asleep.
That's awesome.
So I say at that point, like, you kind of see like this show is obviously stuck with me if I'm like dreaming about it, right? And obviously I want to save the Avatar, so he needs my help getting that tree branch.
You were dreams and nightmares IRL.
Facts, dude. I felt the anxiety. I need to defeat the Fire Lord.
I mean, so like we kind of got through a lot of questions, a lot of topics, and a lot of shit. You guys got anything else you want to talk about?
Bro, I'd 10 out of 10 recommend this to anybody. I have recommended this to people.
This is just a goat.
If your whole thing is like it's animation, it's cartoons, bro, you're missing out on such a good show, dude. Like, there's so much good quality stuff that's animated. Like, I know it looks like a kid's show, and it is a kid's show, but like, it's fucking quality past that too.
Oh yeah,
just watch it. That's all I got for you. Watch
it.
If you don't, you're missing out.
Man, I want Iroh to be my uncle. I want Zuko to be my brother. Like, it's just stuff that, like, I don't know. You just think about it.
True.
Yeah, man. I love this show. So, you guys are good? Nothing left?
Man, I didn't write down any
Man, I don't
questions.
think I have
actually.
anything left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got full 10 out of 10 show. I told you guys before this, I was like, this is going to be like a 3-hour episode. And this is just straight Avatar talk. There's no what you're watching, no spoiler free. Just straight in the shits. And
Yeah.
We really did the business this time.
I told you, dude, I love this show to death.
Yeah. This is definitely top 3, probably top 2 to me. Like, I mean, Prison Break for me has got to be up there, but Avatar's either close second or close third. It's so good. Like, yeah, I don't even know.
I can't wait to show you guys some more animation and cartoon stuff.
I'm very excited.
Like,
yeah.
Avatar's good, but I mean, like, to be honest, not much is going to top Avatar. Like, Avatar's one of the best.
Oh.
Start to finish.
100%.
Best,
yeah, for sure. Best animated anything I've ever seen.
Easily for me,
For me.
It's up there for me. Shit. Top 5 at
like,
least.
Movies, shows, anything. Yeah, for sure. For me.
Straight up goated.
9.5 to 10 out of 10 for me. It couldn't get much more perfect for me than the Zutara stuff. But other than that, fuck it.
Yeah, me too. Definitely 9.5 to 10. I'd probably just give it a 10 just because.
Yeah, goated TV show. I love it. You love it. We, she, he, Wumbo, love it. So, boys, that is it. We wrapped up Avatar in back-to-back weeks, book 3. We're done. We finally got to talk about it. We can finally go back to bullshitting about it next week, so we don't have to hold it in waiting for the podcast.
Facts.
Shit. We got. What is it? The Position of Hannah Grace.
Potatoes. No.
Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Autopsy of Jane Doe. Yeah.
They're both so similar in name, but yeah, we got Autopsy of Jane Doe and Binge Plus next week. Then we're gonna do Sense8, the entire series, the week after that.
Netflix original, The Goated.
Thanks for watching, and you guys get to see a new list of shows.
Yes, so we will have that ready. Yeah, we'll have that ready for the next in the Sense8 episode.
We'll find out what we're gonna watch after The Boys, because we're gonna watch The Boys.
Yep.
Because that show's coming out. They haven't seen it. I've seen it though. It's gonna be good. So,
I'm very excited. Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. We have been the Binge Boys, and just to remind you guys again, we have an Instagram, we have a Twitter, we have I have a good chunk of social media. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. If you're on our YouTube, we recommend following on Spotify. That's where you get our highest quality content at, to be honest.
For sure. And
you can listen on the go, at work, at home, in the car, whatever you want. But you can find us on Twitter at Binge Boys, BINGEBOIS. You can find us on Instagram at The Binge Boys, the same thing, but with the DA at the beginning. But without further ado, we would like to conclude this episode. But just to remind you, my name is Enrique.
My name is Eli.
And my name is Tristan.
And we are the Binge Boys, and we will catch you next Monday. Goodbye.